Welcome in. You need to sleep. Then go get some sleep. It was nice that you could stop by, but I don't know what time it is for you, but hope you sleep well. Yeah, welcome in everyone. Hope all are doing well today. Oh, I was gonna close my window before I start a stream. Should I do that now? I always feel really awkward if the window's open because I feel like people can hear me just talking to no one and it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, I close the window. And welcome in, Angel. How are you? It's Mijin time. It is. Wait, I have a new thing on my stream. Well, it's not really a new thing on my stream, but like Twitch, recently they allowed you to, sometimes the stream has like quality settings, and sometimes the stream doesn't. You just have to watch it at 720p. They released this new thing where you can send the transcoding yourself. So like I do it on my side. I do it on my side and I send the different qualities. And it's supposed to be like a bit more like PC intensive. But it seems to be doing okay. So I think it'll probably be fine. But if you see any like mishaps happening with this stream, then it might be because of that, because I literally just changed it. And there's not really a good way to test it otherwise. But yeah, if you like the quality settings, I know Ricky used to always be sad because, well, I think now like your internet seems fine, right? But sometimes if people have like bad internet, they can't watch it at the full quality. So it's nice to have the quality settings. And welcome in Y Skill. Hope you're doing well today. You prefer Mijin 240p? Yeah, sometimes people are like watching me at like 140p, and then like I'd be like, I would say something and be like, oh, like look at this, and then someone would be like, yeah, it's like 3 pixels, I can't see it. I'm like, oh great, okay. But it's better than I mean, having the option is always good, like if you want to watch in 480, because that's all your internet can handle, then I guess it's better than nothing. Yeah, the good old days, exactly. 240p is the frugal way. Exactly. You want to save on that internet bandwidth. You guessing which pixel is me? You're not a real one. I mean, I'm always in the same spot. It's not like I moved to the side. So you just have to find me. It's like watching with your glasses off. The audio only streams, exactly. Because like if there's no quality settings, the only option is audio only, and that's not. I guess I don't know. Is it better to just have no video than to have like 140p video? I don't know. Is that a new plush? Which one? There's many plushes. We need to adjust your phone plan to one with less data because I never even get close to using it up. I mean, okay. This is actually what happened to me. I think I shared it in the Discord, but like I noticed that there was cheaper phone plans available than the one I'm on now. So I was like, oh, let me call them and try and get that deal, right? So then I called them. I was like, oh, I see you have like, I can't remember what it was. It was like 10 or 15 gig for like this price, right? And then I called them and I was like, oh, like, can I have this plan? And then they were like, oh, like, we can't give you that plan. It's only for new customers, but we can give you twice the amount of data for the same price. And I was like, okay, like, that's, like, they were like, sorry. And I was like, oh, it's okay. And then, so now I have so much data. I think I have like 25 gig, and you guys know I never leave the house. So like, it's not like I ever use that much. So it's, I mean, there's no harm. There's no harm in having extra, because like these days it's hard to get a plan with like a small amount of data. Like these days it's like 10 gig maybe it's like the minimum. I just didn't bother. I was like, whatever. I'll just if I'm for the rare occasion that I'm out, or like the internet goes out, or like the rare occasion I'm outside and I want to stream something, or like I want to hotspot someone, then like maybe it's fine to just have like extra data, but I really don't use it. I use like less than 1 gig probably every month. Because most of the time I have Wi-Fi, so it's not a problem. Yeah, this 12 gig, you're currently at 36 available because it rolls over. It rolls over? That's crazy. We would never have that here. But I remember like I was like hotspotting recently, and then it was like my phone, my iPhone was telling me like, oh, you're using like 10 gigs on the hotspot. So then I was like, oh, like I gotta be careful. But then I checked my phone provider and they didn't count any of the hotspot minutes. So I'm like, is that a loophole? Like maybe that's a loophole. They don't know about the hotspot. Like it wasn't counting it for some reason. Um, so maybe they just like maybe they just don't have they don't have a good way to track that. But that was, you know. But now it's not really a problem because like 25 gig is kind of a lot. Yeah, I would never use 36. I know like in Japan they have like really really crazy phone plans as well. Like I remember my cousin had like 100 gig or something like that because like a lot of people don't have Wi-Fi. Like a lot of people don't even like it's quite common to just like not have Wi-Fi at home and then they just use data because they just use their phone, right? Or like my cousin used to have like he would just have data, but then he would also have like a pocket Wi-Fi, like a rental little like pocket Wi-Fi thingy, and then just have that in his house as well. So I think it's quite common to just not have data. One day last month, he fell asleep with Twitch open on 5G to put a solid dent in it. I mean, if you have 36G, it sounds like you're not suffering. When you moved to Canada, you found it weird to have to pay for data. Wait, is data free for you? That's crazy. Cause like here, our phone plans, like all our phone plans have like unlimited texting, unlimited calling, but you pretty much just pay for the difference in data. Cause like every plan has like no one is like, oh, like I need to pay for like my texting, right? Like I think everyone just has it's really just the data that's important. Um, Maybe some people care about like American minutes or something like that. I like sometimes people want like, but even then, my phone plan has like I think it has like unlimited like international texting and then like I think you can call the US or something like that. I have no idea. Like up to 120 gig and then it slowed down in the USA. I'm pretty sure you have to pay for data in the US, no? Do you just mean like it comes with your phone plan? 'Cause you still pay for a phone plan, no? I'm not quite sure. The US doesn't sound like the type of place where they have um free stuff. It comes with their phone. I mean, yeah, so you're still paying for it, right? Um, like here, like you get a phone plan and it has a certain amount of data. You don't pay like oh, you mean like do you mean like when you go over you have to pay? It depends on the phone carrier here in Canada, I would say. Like some places will like just throttle you after you reach a certain point, or you can have it set to like turn off. But like a lot like but if you some places if you go over you have to pay. Get a phone plan without unlimited calling texting your last provider because the texting called way less than the base price. You could choose to toggle it off. I mean, yeah, I literally send like probably like in terms of like text, like actual like text messages and not like a iMessage or not like iMessage or like um like whatever, WhatsApp or whatever. Like I only get like those like texts that are like confirm like this is your confirmation code, Like I pretty much only get those texts cuz I don't text I don't like text anyone. I think like if someone had like an Android, like I'd probably just use like WhatsApp or something like that, but all my family members have iPhones, so it's all like iMessage. That's like I never really use the texting feature. And I do call, but like even these days too, you can call using data, so it's not really a big problem. My phone has like you can set on like Wi-Fi calling because I realized that the service in my apartment is really bad, so I wouldn't be able to make phone calls. But then it turns out you can turn on like calling over Wi-Fi, so now I just do that. In America, they don't charge by the data. Um, yeah, I guess it's just like a different like. I mean, I think it's just like you pay for a certain phone plan that has a certain amount of data, right? Um, who has an Android to YouTube out of your social life? I mean, that's not true, but like you can, I mean, I never understood the thing with the green text and the blue text. That's like crazy. But like I do notice like sometimes when someone has an Android, I'm like, I want to send them a photo, and I'm like, I can't airdrop the photo, and like it is kind of annoying. Like it is very convenient how compatible different like just between iPhones are, like between Apple products. So sometimes I notice like I'm like, ooh, like I want to send this, and we don't have good service. I want to airdrop that you cannot airdrop. Um, in Cuba, 90% of people don't have Wi-Fi, me included. Everyone just uses data. The plan used to give you more things other than megabytes. So I had so many things accumulated. Yeah, exactly. I think it's common in Japan, I think, to not have Wi-Fi and just have data. Because like most people, like their only devices really are their phones. But I think these days, I don't know. I think it just depends on the household. But like here, like everyone has Wi-Fi. Like it's like a given that like everyone has Wi-Fi. And like I think in Japan it's just less common to have like a PC in your house, like to have like a computer in your house. Most of my family don't even have like laptops. Like they have like tablet maybe. So I think it's just less common to have like computers, which is probably why people don't need data, right? Because otherwise you just have your phone, you don't really need it. But these days, like I mean, at least here now, like for example, my TV uses Wi-Fi. Like it's just a lot of things that they need. And Walkman and Kid, you want to watch a good movie right now, or do you have a movie recommendation? But yeah, welcome in. You left the country with like 300 hours of calls. Is so before you leave for like a month straight, just stay on the line, just to get your money's worth. Yeah, but whenever I call someone, it's like a few seconds. No, like do you like what's the longest what's the longest phone call you have? Like for most of my phone calls are like 2 minutes, like max. It's like I'm either booking an appointment or I'm just calling my mom, being like, oh, like I'm here, or like whatever. Um, I never have like a long like phone call. Like maybe like a FaceTime, yes, but nothing nothing else. And welcome in, Chicano. How are you? How was your car show? Like right now, I'm not gonna watch it right now. I'm not gonna watch a movie right now. I'm streaming. But I thought you meant like if you have a movie suggestion. I don't understand the question. iOS 18 is supposed to get RCS. What's RCS? So Android will not get blurry picture anymore. Oh, I'm not a tech person. I'm not a tech person. I don't know what that means. Kimi was so mad at me for not using them and just keeping them stacked. But like, if you don't need to use them, you don't need to use them. What are you supposed to do? Just like call yeah. What would you do? Um, the car show was kind of mid. Lots of buckets. Oh, that's too bad. I went to an air show last month, but like it seemed like a lot of people also were like into cars there. Because as I was leaving, so many people were coming by and like really like weird cars, like very unique cars. Do you know what I mean? Like not like sports cars, but like old cars, like old looking cars. And welcome in, Mike. You talk to your parents for like 15, 20 minutes, but everything else is like 30 seconds. Yeah, I think it's a bit different because like I see my mom like I see her in person like once a week. So usually we just like if I need to tell her something like before our weekly meeting, then I will usually just text. But sometimes we have like a long phone call for whatever reason, but usually not. Rich communication services. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not a like a tech. I'm not like up to date with the tech stuff or like whatever new iPhone or new features or whatever app. I just kind of like stumble upon whatever feature might be on iOS. Because I remember I was like um the thing that surprised, like they was like add random features, right? But then like they added the one where you like if you do like a thumbs up, like the stuff comes up on the screen. I was like, it's so confusing. What was another? I mean, what was other features that they've added? I don't even know. I like the one where you can change your wallpaper. Um, I think that one's quite nice. But they removed the live wallpaper, which was kind of sad. Or maybe they put it back. I don't know. I don't know what they do anymore. Old people love air shows and classic cars. Yeah, there were so many classic cars there. And they were like very proud of them. Like they were driving past and they were like waving at everyone. I'm like, bro, you're not a celebrity. You're just a guy in like a strange looking car. You used to go to air shows with the family when you were a kid. Yeah, there was lots of families there. When your dad's friends with the pilot and was usually participating. Oh, yeah, yeah. It seemed like some people are just like really into it. They do some crazy stuff with the planes. To be fair, they're like diving down and like driving like I mean driving flying. Sometimes they like fly really close to each other. I'm like that's scary. It's probably they're probably farther apart than it looks. Driving plane. I mean, kind of. Would you say I'm driving this plane? I know. I guess not. You'd say like flying or like piloting. But yeah, I don't think I've been to an air show. Maybe I went when I was a kid and I just like don't remember, but it's pretty cool. Not like super, okay, sorry. I'm not like super into planes, but it seemed like I didn't think that there'd be so many people there. It was so busy. Like I thought it was like, okay, it keeps, don't focus on Leon, focus on me, please. Sometimes my camera like really is convinced Leon is a person. Like he's like I like my camera has like auto recognition of like people. No, I don't know why I put people. I guess people because like Leon. But yeah, so my camera has like auto recognition. It tries to find like eyes, and then it focuses on that. But sometimes it focuses on Leon, and then I'm like, it's not the right thing to be focusing on. The best part of the meet yesterday was just driving home with your friends. Yeah, that sounds nice. Everyone has like a cool car, I guess. Why isn't like what is it even focusing it on? My kids on the camera just doesn't want to cooperate with me. There's like 6 of us. Nice. I've never been to a car show. I know we have them. Like we have like a racetrack, no? But you guys know I can't tell like I'm not a tech person, I'm not a car person. I couldn't tell you anything. Some random Lamborghini tried to race you last night on the freeway. Some guy at a Lamborghini. That's random. Your car is $500,000. I have a Civic. He was just trying to flex. I feel like they're just they want someone to they want someone to know. They're like I spent $500,000 on this car. You gotta like you gotta like acknowledge me, please. Please, I need someone to notice my car. I feel you're not so much of a car person either, more of a nap on the couch person. My couch is too small to nap on. I mean, like, sometimes I lie on it, but it's like a very small. It's like a, I guess it's like a love seat, but it's quite small even for that. I guess you never seen a CRX, like a Mazda. No, it's a Mazda CRX. No, Honda CRX. Is that the car my mom has? No, my mom has a CRV. My mom has CRV. My mom has a SUV. And welcome in Sakura and welcome in Blood Rain. Bonjour. Like 1985 to 1991. Oh, yeah. Okay, we wouldn't have had that. My mom had a minivan, and then she we got a Honda. These days, though, for some reason, I get kind of car sick in the SUV. I don't know why. I'm just not used to the like. I've never been the type to get car sick, but recently, like if I'm like looking at my phone, I'm in my mom's car. I get a bit car sick. Condone street racing. I'm old. I think it's a bit dangerous. Especially if there's other people on the road. Like if you want to injure yourself, go for it. But like don't put other people at risk. I've run into some like really questionable drivers recently though. Like they're not like racing, they're just bad at driving. I was merging onto the highway I was merging onto the highway, and it was like busy, so it was like a zipper merge, right? And then the person like a few cars in front of me doesn't go in. Like they just like don't merge in. I was like, people were letting them in, and they were just like they were signaling trying to go in, but they didn't. I guess they were scared, even though there was like so much space. And it was like slow, like everyone was driving really slow because it was quite backed up. Um, and they kept trying to go in, and they kept going and going, and they reached the end of the lane, and then they kept going. They kept going onto the shoulder, even though it was at the end of the lane. I was like, what is wrong with this person? I'd like never seen that before. And then yesterday, when I was driving to my mom's house, I was in the merge lane as well. And then I was trying to go in. I was trying to go in, like I was in the merge lane, and the merge lane ends, right? It's the same merge lane where the person left. And someone came into my merge lane that ends. I was so taken aback. I was like, I'm trying to merge, and then they did like Uno reverse, and then they merged into my lane. I was like, what? What's happening? But then they were like, oh, my bad, and they were like waving at me. They went like straight back because they were like, oh, I think they're trying to go in, like they're trying to, maybe they're following like Google Maps and they just like followed it wrong. But like you could just see that it's like obviously merging in lane. Like, what are you trying to do? They've been hurt before. They can't trust others on the road. I mean, yeah, but it's like you if you're gonna merge onto the highway, you gotta be able to go in. Like how much space do they need? Like, do they need the entire lane to be empty? Like you gotta go in somehow. And if you reach the end of the lane, you should probably just stop. Like, that happened on my driving test actually. I got cut off when I was trying to merge in. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail. But then I stopped at the end of the lane, and then they said that was the right thing to do. Like, you shouldn't like force yourself in with like. So I was like, yeah, they should have stopped instead of going off the road. And welcome in, that. Thanks for the 44 months. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. I need to like actually do my sub announcement on your channel because I don't know. I must be like 43, 42 or 43, something like that. They're probably intoxicated. I hope not. I hope not. I'm always like so sus of people. I'm also sus of people who are like, some people like, there's so many people who don't drive in the middle. Like, so there's so many people who don't drive in the lane. Like, sometimes there's so many people who are like, their wheels are like over the line. And I think lots of people just aren't aware of like where the line is. I'm like, just look in the mirror. Just look in the mirror and like, what are you doing? It's so common. Spent time solving a Rubik's Cube in the car once, worst decision of my life. Yeah, it's not a. When I was a kid though, I used to like read in the car without any problem. But now I think if I did that, I would get sick. They're mostly just suggestions on where to drive. Yeah, on the freeway. Yeah. Thank you for off-roading. Off-roading in like their like a random sedan. Is that getting closer to a midlife crisis? Oh no. Oh no. Well, what are the hallmarks of a midlife crisis? Like it's not like a midlife, but I mean like, well, is it like buying a sports car or like leather jacket? Leather jacket. Motorcycle. I hate the people driving slow and don't go in left lanes. Oh yeah, I guess, do you drive on the left side of the road? Because here, yeah, on the right side of the road. Recently I've been stuck behind people, like I'm in the middle lane. There's like, the fast lane, slow lane, middle lane, right? And then they're driving like, recently I got stuck behind people driving like 10 under the speed limit. I was like, which is crazy on the highway because most people go like 10 or 20 over. So they were going like really slow. But the coolest sports car out there, Toyota Corolla. Your car is pretty cool. It has like I've been in a stats car. It's quite nice, but it's also like very new, I think. You need a Porsche, which I want, so you need a Porsche. Oh, for the midlife crisis, which I want, so I guess that's me. I mean, I thought you only want Japanese cars, though. What would be your midlife crisis car? As a car person, Chikano, what would be your midlife crisis? Left in New Zealand. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I, I'm, I've driven on the left side of the road. Not in here, not in a place where you're allowed to drive on the left side. Busting on the haters in your Nissan Altima, nice. I have a Hyundai car. You only like Japanese cars and Porsches. And the Porsches I like are usually tuned by Japanese people. Oh, okay. So your midlife crisis car is a Porsche? I will admit, Porsches do look really nice. Like even like the Porsche like SUVs, they look really fancy. Like as soon as you see one on the road, you know it's expensive car. Because there's some cars out there that are expensive. There's some cars out there that are expensive, but they don't look expensive. You know what I mean? That's the weirdest thing I've heard. No, I think liking Japanese cars is legit. Cause not to be like biased, but like I think, you know, Japanese cars are superior. They're unmatched. It's when I was buying my car, like when I was gonna buy my first car, everyone was like, buy Japanese car, buy Japanese car. But it ended up not working out. I was really trying. Yeah, I know, I was really trying to buy I was really trying to buy a Japanese car, but they don't make small cars anymore. Like aside, that are not sedans. Like I wanted like a little hatchback, like a Honda Fit or something like that, right? Or like the Toyota Yaris, and those are both discontinued. They're both discontinued, and then the new car, or sorry, the used Honda Fit was the same price as a new car. So I was like, well, why would I, like, you know, like it just didn't make sense at the time. But like if I could have bought like if I could have bought one of those cars, then I would have. On a German car, but it has to be tuned by Japanese people. I mean, fair enough. But Japanese cars are superior. Where do you hide your quarter life crisis? What is the hallmark of a quarter life crisis? I think I'm about quarter life. I'm 25. If I live till I'm 100, which I might, you know, I could have a quarter life crisis, but I don't have anything to be crisis about right now. I don't think I'm gonna have one. The Yaris is back. What? I missed it. They're not that bad. You can get a Porsche Cayenne here for about 10K. 10K? That's pretty good. Like a old one, like a really old one. We should definitely living till 100. It's time. You never know, cause like my grandpa is 89 right now, and his mom lived till 98 or 99. And I have a great uncle who lived till 104. You bought a Lexus RCF F Sport. Nice. I'm sorry, I don't know any of these cars, but I know the word Lexus. I'm realizing I'm way past my quarter line. Yeah. How does it feel? It's time for a midlife crisis. There's an island near Okinawa that has the world's oldest people on it. I mean, yeah, Japanese people live long. But it's kind of unsure if it's like, I don't know if it's because of diet or if it's because of genetics. But my great uncle lived here. So, I mean, maybe he was only eating Japanese food. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably, yeah, knowing how things work, it's probably a bit of both. I eat a lot of Japanese food. And I probably have Japanese genetics. It would be strange if I didn't. I still have never taken the DNA test. But do I want to know? Like, what if there's some like weird heritage in there that I don't want to know about? I'm Jake 23andMe. Uncover the family secrets. What if we're like, what if I'm like 10% Korean? What will become of that? That's oh. Though I mean, I think a lot of people, like a lot of Asian, like East Asian people, they could be a little bit like if you're like Japanese, you could be a little bit Korean or Chinese. So I think it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that unheard of. But if I had any Caucasian, I'm gonna be like very shocked. Like if there's like any amount of Caucasian. You heard shorter people live longer. I don't know. I think it's like really tall people don't live as long. But I think maybe that's like if you're like I think you have to be like quite tall, no? You used to think you're adopted because your parents are 4'1" and 4'11" and 5'2", but you're 6'2". Genetics are weird, man. Genetics are weird. Your granddad is 88, so you have a chance. Oh, our grandparents are almost the same age. They should be friends. I mean, our grandfathers. We had a lot of Nissans running. There are a lot of Nissans running gear. They're a beast. Is this car talk? I don't understand the sentence. I'm sorry, Blood Rain. I'm not car savvy. I need to take my car in for repair. I need to take my car in for service, not repair. Sorry, I need to take my car in for service. And then last time they told me I need to get my brake pads replaced. So I need to research this to see if they're lying to me. I don't trust them at all. I need to like know like I feel like they're always saying stuff that I need to do, but it's like I'm like there's no like some of them I feel like they're just trying to upcharge me. And welcome in Fork. Bonjour. How are you? Yes. I was watching a video about I like watching like I was watching a video about like there's a type of people like I don't know if it's like Andrew Tate's or whatever, but like they have like they use like weird like biological arguments. They're like, oh yes, women are biologically or genetically better at cooking because of the caveman days where they used to be gatherers or something, like they say stuff like that. They're watching a video and it had like a lot of stuff about genetics. I don't know how much of it is completely accurate, but apparently like remember we were taught stuff like, oh, like, blue eyes is recessive gene, so like if you have like brown eyes and blue eyes and it works like this, you were taught that in school, but apparently it's not even like completely accurate. Like apparently it's like there's a bit more like nuance to it. So it's like I'm like, wow, we were just taught like fake stuff, if that is true. And sorry. No, let's watch the random clip. You're short, vegan, and active. I don't make it to at least 90. I'm gonna be livid. I mean, I guess it depends on your genetics as well. But it sounds like your grandpa's doing well. So I'm only short. I'm neither of the other things. But I have a Japanese diet, which probably helps. So that probably is on par with vegan. No, I'm not super active though. I probably need to work on that. My cardio is real lacking. My other granddad made it to 84. You're set, man. You're gonna make it to 90 at least. Let me get where is this button? Let's watch the clip. Let's see what we get. Let's get a real clip. No, we didn't. Shoot! Ah, man. What is that? Okay. I can't. The problem with avoiding every trainer is that when you go back. Oh, I was trying to avoid trainers. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I need like a real clip with the title, Because sometimes there's like random. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Hold on. If they're exact, I think I need to do the thing where people were like, they said like if you just wait, we're gonna tie. Oh wait, this is sick. Oh, look at that. Wait, was that clutch? Was that a clutch last minute goal? Wait, the time? Switch sports soccer. Wait, was that the time was running out? Look at that. Look at that. Wait, that was wild. Oh, that was the last second goal. I see. Oh, guys, I'm actually so good at soccer. What? Excuse me. There was actually 3 seconds left. That's crazy. Yeah, but I think I need to do the thing where like, because like if you make a clip by default, I think it's 30 seconds, right? So like if you just remove every clip as 30 seconds, yeah, you're gonna remove some clips that are legitimate, but you could probably just like what am I trying to say? You could probably just like only have legitimate clips after that. Yeah, I think that's really smart. I saw it on Reddit and I was like, that's really smart. But I'm sure some people have made. So if you make a clip, make sure you make it 29 seconds or 31 seconds, okay? If you wanted to show up. I think both of my grandparents are 90 plus and no balding. Damn, okay. I don't think I'm worried too much about. I guess balding is more of a men's concern, right? But I think my grandparents are okay. I don't know. And Waka Midnight, greatest athlete of all time. I should really be in the Olympics. My Switch sports, I'm so good at Switch sports. It's crazy. And Oh yeah, I was playing golf recently, and I took a screenshot. Hold on. I took a screenshot. My golf score was insane. Only 29 clips, 29-second clip. Yeah, only 29 seconds or 31 seconds. If it's exactly 30, we can get rid of this. Yeah. So um, hold on. Where's my good golf score? Um, wait a minute. This doesn't even look that good. Hold on. Actually, this is not that good. I don't want to show it. Wait, I swear I had a better score. Am I just bad? Maybe I was just not okay. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Like when you played golf IRL. Oh, I'm really bad. I'm pretty good. I'm okay at mini golf. Um, we didn't do it. We didn't do it last time. We didn't do it in Wales because like I don't think there was a place to do it. But Gwen and Key and Jack and I have like a somewhat ongoing tradition of playing mini golf. Um, but I think Gwen and I won last time. I think we had like a tied score or something, and I think we won. But I'm not bad at mini golf. But anything bigger than mini golf, I'm really bad at. I just like cannot hit the ball in a good way. It doesn't go very far. And if there's like a place to lose a ball in mini golf, I will lose the ball. Your granddad has hair. Your other granddad was balding big time, 50-50. Oh gosh. Hopefully, maybe that's not how the genetics works. Maybe balding is a recessive gene. No. um, but wouldn't you notice by now, right? Because you have a lot of hair, and like, shouldn't you be past the, like, you would have noticed by now if you were going to be balding, right? Regular size golf, mega golf, big golf. You told about it real life mini golf. You try to tap it and it launches it. What? Hit it more gently. Actually, that is a problem with Switch. Big tip for Switch Sports or Switch Sports Golf. When you're putting, the putting is so sensitive. Like you have the Joy-Con and you go like you move it like a millimeter and it will just go flying. So as someone who is really good at Switch Sports Golf, pro tip, just do just be gentle, very very gentle. I think it's on the mom side. Really? Is that where the balding gene comes from? Actually, I have yeah. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna if I get really balding, I'll just become bald. That's okay. But is it only men who have like balding problems? Why is that the case? Never played Switch Sports, but I played a lot of Wii Sports. Yeah, so the Switch Sports Golf, the courses are the same as Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. So like, and I think maybe they added like a couple extra courses, but I'm like, why did it take so long? Like why did it take so long for them to add golf? They didn't even make new courses. It's the same course. So weird. You have a good head of hair. You're not worried. Yeah, you have a lot of hair. I don't think you should be worried. You Google it and it's a myth on the parent side. It's a myth? Oh, okay. Girls have it too. Some females have balding, but it's like way less common, no? You look cool as Biju IRL. Maybe when I'm really old, I'll shave my head. But then like I feel like, do you guys ever wonder what your head shape looks like? What if your head has like a weird shape? You know? Beg exactly. I think some female pattern baldness is just different. Yeah. I think it doesn't present the same way probably. Shaved your head once for cancer, 1 year. Oh, so I guess you know what your head looks like. My hairdresser tells me that there's like I noticed that like this part of my hair always like tends to stick up, and he said it's because of my head shape. I was like, oh, okay. You're like, oh, like your head is like bumpy here, so that happens. You shave mine all the time when you were younger? What? Everyone's seen the top of their head. I've never seen mine. I guess when I was a baby. I'll look at what I look like as a baby. I was thinking about shaving your head for a long time. I feel like it would be refreshing, right? But then the stubbliness would be really annoying. Like I feel like I'd be annoyed by being stubbly. And the real question is who has a headphone dent? Is that real? Can you actually dent your skull? I don't wear like I don't wear headphones like that. I only wear like these kinds or wear my AirPods. I don't think I would have that. I do wear hats a lot though. These days I was never a hat person, but the last few years I'm like such a hat person. Like I'm always wearing a baseball cap when I'm outside because I'm like the sun, protecting the sun. You probably do. Oh no. I try to speak like right now. My music is playing out my speakers. It's weird for the first month feeling the air. Oh, probably yeah. Cold ears for a while when you first shave it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You never seen yourself bald either? It's time, Ricky. You scared the awkward growing out. Yeah, I feel like that would be the annoying thing as well. Like I already don't like the growing out phase of like this length hair because like as you can see, like the back of it when it touches your shoulders, it like gets all messed up. No matter how much I straighten it, it sticks out like this because it's like touching my shoulders, right? And so now I'm like, if it reaches like this length, it's a bit awkward. But it would be more awkward if your hair was like this length. No? Like I feel like it would just be such an awkward growing out phase. You save so much money on shampoo. Shampoo isn't that expensive, is it? Is it? I don't know. I feel like I don't spend that much money on shampoo. But when I had like really bleached hair, I was buying really expensive shampoo, and that was expensive. And if you guys are Street Fighter players about to become a millionaire, let's go, let's go. Is one of your faves in the top? I feel like girl shampoo is expensive. I don't know. It's probably. I mean, you can get different you can get different types of shampoo. I don't think they're not like gendered. Like I don't think there's like girl hair. Yeah, I don't think there's like girl hair and boy hair. You can get any shampoo you want. It just depends on like the quality of it that you would like. They'll get eliminated. Oh no, they can't be millionaires. Use Ant Honey, so it's cheap. Yeah, yeah. I don't know the brand, but it's probably you're from New Zealand, so I'm assuming there's like wait, you guys have different brands than we do. Guys, get the 10-in-1 soaps that clean your face, head, face, body, countertops, and car. True, true. That is a thing. And girls tend to have longer hair. Girls tend to have longer hair, which usually requires like conditioner. I think it's not that. I think it's not that. Like, I think on average, I think it's true that. I think on average, I think it's true that. Oh no, sorry, yeah, sorry, from the U.S. You were just talking about the phone plan. But yeah, what am I trying to say? I think on average, women tend to spend more on beauty products for sure. But the like men's shampoo and stuff is so silly. Like the soaps that are like for men. This is real manly soap instead of the like it like it's like some of the ads are like so weird. You're like why like or like the ads for like the male makeup and stuff like that. It's like really is it really that much of an issue? There's actually one more player who you're rooting for. I hope they win then. And welcome in Nitru. I hope you're doing well today. And Honey is a Japanese brand. Oh, nice. I use some Japanese. I use a fair amount of Japanese products. I usually use Asian products like skincare products but my shampoo I just buy random one from the store. I literally don't care. I think I use Pantene. It actually smells nice. Manly soap for men. I was like, oh, not the New Zealand. Yeah, I got you guys confused. Because I was like, I knew someone mentioned New Zealand. If you use women's shampoo, you automatically become a woman. No. It's just full of estrogen. It just like sinks into your head. Like, It's dangerous. He's about to play right now. This tourney layout is weird. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. Good luck. If you use women's shampoo and men's hair, you go bald. Oh no! You become a bald woman. That's terrible. I remember I used to use my mom's deodorant when I was younger sometimes when I was out, and that stuff works mad good. Yeah, the deodorant stuff is silly too, because like there shouldn't be any. Oh my god, I was like looking at men's deodorant, and like some of that stuff. Why does men's deodorant all smell like there's some good ones. There's some ones that smell good, but some of them are just like they're trying so hard to be like a manly smell, and the smell is so overpowering. I think women's deodorant probably smells nicer because we have like really like pleasant smells, right? Some of the men's one are like, yo, this is manly. This is a manly smell. It's like way too strong. Um, can't use certain Asian skincare products because sometimes allergic. Yeah, I mean, that's the same for like any product. You got to be careful, especially if you have like sensitive skin. Some things really don't work well for my skin as well. You use a woman's one, you don't sweat at all. You mean like antiperspirant? I think that exists for men too. No, or I guess it's just like I think it's just like I don't know. It's because marketing and money for certain products. Yeah, yeah, it is kind of crazy. I hope we move past that as a society, you know? I think like younger people are like definitely less inclined to like care about that, you know? So maybe they'll like slow down with that. Especially for kids stuff, it's like really bad. Like I remember there's like seeing like there's like basketballs and then there's like a girls basketball. You're like, why would you need a girls basketball? Like it doesn't make sense. Um, because you don't have the gene for body odor. I don't think I do either. Because I heard I recently found out, speaking of genetics, that the body odor is like related to the earwax. So if you have dry earwax, you're less likely to smell. Like your body odor is less likely to smell. And if you have like wet earwax, then rip, too bad. But shampoo doesn't smell like a dead buffalo. You're not a real man. Exactly, exactly. Welcome in, social. Hope you're doing well today. Cheap male deodorants smell horrible. Lynx I can't stand. Yeah, I mean, it depends on if you guys don't know, Lynx is like Axe body spray. Um, I think the problem with Axe body sprays, and for me, a lot of the spray ones, the men's spray ones, are too strong. They smell way too strongly. I think the stick ones or like the roll-on ones are a bit less like intense with the smell. But like the classic Axe deodorant just reminds me of like a men's like you ever like in high school like the boys' locker room just smells like Axe deodorant or like Lynx deodorant. That's what it reminds. You'll say Old Spice commercials are funny though. That's true. That's true. Some Old Spice deodorants smell really good. Didn't know the earwax thing, but I do have dry earwax. Yeah, yeah. So that's probably why. Body spray is so gross. The smell is so intense. Yeah, I have a really sensitive sense of smell. So like spray on like deodorants and cologne and stuff like that is like too strong for me. Like there's some like I always talk about it, but like sometimes there's like one of my neighbors like walks past in the hallway and I can smell it from my apartment. Like I can literally smell it. And like sometimes I go into the elevator here and it just smells like perfume, and I'm like, who's putting on so much perfume that like you leave a scent trail in the elevator? Like it's kind of tense. A lot of people say not to use cotton swabs for earwax. You definitely disregard that. It's because you can push the earwax in, and then you end up with like an impacted earwax that needs to be sucked out by the doctor. While we're in the male locker room, no, just when you walk past. I was not in there, but like when you walk past and the door like opens, and the smell just like it smells like obviously like sweat. It smells really gross, and it also smells like Axe body spray. Um, there's some people Axe or Lynx body spray don't turn into a flamethrower. Yeah, yeah, you can do that. I wouldn't recommend it, but yeah. Um, the swabs can push earwax further back, so on the package not to put them in your ears. Yeah, yeah. When I went to the hospital recently, they said it could get hard as concrete. Yeah, I was like, um, some people like they pull it out and it's like a rock like in their ear, and then like it causes like you can't hear because it's like blocking your ears. Yeah, like a fossil, like actually. Um, the male locker room is just infested with acts. Exactly. The high school boys. You're breaking apart everything you've heard over the years, please. Oh, that's crazy. You open it up and like some music starts playing. Yeah, so yeah, I was worried about like my ears being blocked, so I was using like you can get like ear drops and put them in your ears. And um I think like when I first time putting my ears, I could feel it like just like sink in, and it felt really weird. But then now when I put it in, it just like collects in my ear, so I think the earwax is gone. You once scrolled across the ear irrigation videos on YouTube Shorts, and to be the one person that had a lot that needed to be cleared out. Yeah, I know that those videos exist, and like they can just like pull out like chunks of earwax. How are you supposed to clean them? How do you get the eardrops out? They just like you put the eardrops in, and you're like on this side, and then if you just tilt your head back, it comes out. Um, you do get your ears cleaned once a year, then you're probably way better off than most people. Um, I tell you, your homegirl got me this little scented jar thing from Thailand called a hong tai. You saw on stream yesterday at a tourney with it. It's like a scented candle kind of thing. So it smelled bad in there, full of. I mean, fighting game tournaments have a certain reputation. But yeah, and apparently they make like this is like really common in Japan, by the way. I don't know if it's like safe. But when I was a kid, my mom would like take out my earwax with a little like a little like stick kind of thing. Especially if you have dry earwax, like you could just flake it out. So my mom would do that when I was a kid. I don't know if it's safe. I mean, I don't have ear damage, so I guess I'm fine. But um, and then apparently now they make one with a camera, so you can look on the camera and like clean out the inside of your ear by looking at the camera. I was like, that's crazy. I kind of want that, but I feel like maybe I shouldn't be doing that. It's like this little herbal scented thingy that you sniff to clear your sinuses. So if it's really stinky, you could just sniff it. If the swabs feel good, I can only imagine how getting all the earwax out feels. Yeah, I feel like that'd be really satisfying. Especially if you had a lot of earwax, like if the doctor just took it all out, like I think that would feel great. My insurance covers the ENT. Oh, you have the camera one? Is it good? There's also ear candling. Yeah, I heard that the ear candling is not like scientifically proven to work. It's kind of dangerous. You should just use the ear drops. Has technology gone too far? I mean, this is like, if you're doing it yourself, then it's better than not being able to see, I guess. A little stick with cotton on both sides. Yeah, that's like the cotton swab, the Q-tip. It's not bad. The ENT lets you watch it. Wow. But it's I've never had my ears professionally cleaned out. It's really hard to like get a visit to the doctor, so I just like don't usually bother with that kind of thing. But I think my hearing is okay. Actually, yesterday my mom was like, she kept saying that my mom was worried that Luca was losing his hearing, my dog, and then and then we were sitting at the table, and me and my brother were like, Luca, Luca, and we'd like whisper far away, and he could definitely hear us. But it's quite funny. I'd be like, Luca, treat, and then he was like, treat. So he's definitely Maybe he's losing his hearing, but he can definitely still hear whispering. What breed is your dog? He's a Havanese. And welcome in cheesecake. Hope you're doing well today. Dogs have like 100 times stronger ears, noses. I think they have pretty strong sense of smell and hearing. So maybe I need to maybe certain like maybe I need to have like an even lower level to test his hearing. It's almost impossible to get an appointment with your actual doctor here for months. It is. Like if you want a specialist like an ENT, you could be waiting like months and months. But I'm assuming it's the same in the other socialized healthcare place. The Canadian doctor love you because you have USA insurance. Yeah, your insurance must be beefy. You must be from Canada. I am. Is Canadian money maple syrup scented? No. I wish. They have hockey players on their currency. Actually, I was recently doing like I was curious and I was doing like the Canadian citizenship test. Completely failed, by the way. But apparently on the $10 bill is Sir John A. Macdonald, our first prime minister. I'm not sure about the other ones. I don't think there's hockey players on it. I think it's waterproof though. Yeah. Our money's very plasticky. Good Lord, how did you know? How did you know? What was the giveaway? Canadian money is so OP compared to American money. Yeah, American money is kind of like behind the times, no? Like, why are you still using this like paper money and all of the bills look the same? Like, I understand our bills kind of look like Monopoly money because they're so colorful, but like at least you can tell which one is which, right? But I don't use cash anymore, so I don't really care. Hey, show us your shrine to Wayne Gretzky. That's a secret. I can't show that. We got blue bills. Wait, really? Yours are all different size too, so you can tell which is which. It's easier for blind people to distinguish as well. That's smart, yeah. I thought euros look quite nice. I have some euros, and I guess, yeah, they are different sizes. It is nice. But I feel like it's harder to like organize it, you know? It's easier for, sorry, I just read that. You'll just have old people who nobody knows. Apparently it was John A. Macdonald. I didn't know this. But yeah, it's yeah, just ignore them. But yeah, I do not know who else is on the money. Like, I never really like look at the like, I'm just assuming it's just like old white people on the bills. I don't know. I've never really bothered. But yeah, I failed the hell out of that citizenship test. Like, there was so much like historical. They were like, who is this person? The only person I actually knew was Terry Fox, who's like he was famous for raising money for cancer research. He ran across Canada to raise money for cancer research. But like what am I trying to say? It's just like an NPC. He wasn't. And then like there was like they were asking about like famous Canadian generals. Did you write the Undertale song? Yeah. Our national hero on the citizenship test. Definitely not American. We said famous Norwegian nipples, then we have a Viking ship, cod, lighthouse, sail ship, and one of the smaller waves on the ocean. That's how we have on like our coins. So like I think our penny has like a maple leaf or something, and then like our the nickel has a beaver, and the dime has like a boat. I think it's like a sailboat. And then the 25-cent has a caribou. And the loonie has a loon, of course. And the toonie has a polar bear. So yeah, that's the only ones I can actually remember on our bills. Or no, on our coins. But the bills, no idea. US money needs a makeover. They do. But it's kind of iconic at this point too. Bunch of Vikings catching them called with a lighthouse in the background. True. I vote Miju on the $100 bill. Let's go. Viking with Patagonia fleeces on. That's good. There's a currency called a loonie and a toonie. There is. Loonie is a $1 coin and a toonie is a $2 coin. It's real, trust me. Yeah, it's a toonie. Yeah, toonie is very silly, but it's kind of it works, man. But the other the other coins are the same, like quarter, dime, nickel. We don't have pennies anymore, but you know they did exist at some point. But yeah, there's so many and I learned that Quebec was not officially there was it was some like there was some like what am I trying to say? Like there's some like legal distinction, but they weren't officially like part of Canada in some capacity until 2006. I was like, that sounds really late. Like I was alive. Like I don't remember this. The US should probably toss a penny. You guys still have pennies? Or like Disneyland currency. Oh my gosh. Is singular loony or loony? IE. CAD definitely feels like fake money. If I give them $100 US, you're a millionaire. You can buy a house. But yeah, it's we definitely have. What is it now? What is it now? Is it like, is it still 25% more? Or is it like more now? Have you gone to Disneyland in Japan? I have. It's Tokyo Disney Sea is really nice. I recommend it. I used to go a lot when I was a kid, but I also went I went in 2020. Yeah, I would recommend Disney Sea. You don't really need to go to like unless you have like 2 days to go to Disneyland. I would recommend just going to Disney Sea because it's really pretty, and there's some good rides in there too. But it depends if you really like Disney, then I guess go to both. But Disney Sea is definitely the better park. $1 CAD is 73 US. So it's about 25%. Where's the place that all otaku goes? I don't know. Akihabara? Is that what you mean? Canadian money OP? Yeah, we're just oh yeah, they don't go anywhere, I guess. Yeah, that is a distinction. But I think they mean like the Western, because like in the West, when people say otaku, they just mean like they're a weeb, right? They just mean like they're really into anime. But in Japan, if you say otaku, that means like guy who only stays in his parents' basement. Like that's what they mean. They'll go to that big crosswalk and film it. That's true. But it's like every tour, so it's not necessarily like weebs. It's just like everyone. But if you're really weeby, then Akihabara has all the anime stores. It's like the tech area. It's like the tech area. Like there's lots of tech stores, but there's also lots of anime stores. You know my weeb lingo. Don't test me. Okay, sorry. You got a lot of otakus and crickets. What? Do you have crickets in your basement? There's many words that now have 2 different definitions. Definitely. Like I feel like it may have like a lot of words originally like for example like weeb originally means something else, but now it's like, you know, people use it in a different way now, so it kind of means something else now, right? In which area can I buy old Game Boy games? Don't know. Ask his dad. His dad bought like so many like retro games when he was in Japan, so I'm sure he knows the place. When you talk about needs or hikikomori, I think people call otakus people like who stay in as well. The term weeaboo, often turned to weeb, came from the webcomic The Perry Bible Fellowship. What? In which the word had no meaning other than something unpleasant. I mean, it still has that meaning today for me. The Perry Bible Fellowship. What is that is a deep cut. That is a deep cut. For some reason I read that as Degen Town in Osaka, and I was like, but that was a very accurate misreading, you know. Hikikomori I think are more introverted and can't be in public. Otaku is more like a nerd and shut in. Yeah, I think hikikomori is like it's like if you're like agoraphobic, you know, like you're like really not going outside. Twitch censored weeaboo for you, really? Twitch censors really funny things. Like if you turn on the Twitch censorship, it will censor like if you say like oh my god. Does it censor this? Like if you say oh my god, it like censors it. I didn't notice that. I was like, what? Yeah, censored. Shut up. What? Twitch, you see that? Okay. But like, the Twitch censors. It's so funny. Otaku's probably touch grass. Yeah. They must touch grass here and there. I think Istat was saying it's in both cities. It'll censor weeaboo, but not actual swears. It doesn't censor actual swears. It's a very I think it's a very it's very questionable, but at least they're trying, you know? Yeah, it's there's lots of words for nerds. There's lots of words out there. We touch grass for idol and comic ed. For the idol handshake event, of course. So you can shake a 15-year-old's hand. Wow. Not a nerd, an enthusiast. Oh, okay. I guess one filter for profanity, another one for like down-putting language. Oh, so like if you're like insulting someone. I see. Yeah, maybe. Like I think sometimes like I think like the auto mod feature is like pretty good though. Like I sometimes whenever I block something that's like allowed, like I can tell where it's coming from, you know? Like sometimes people say something like, oh, like, you know, like it's just like an example of like a bad thing to say, and it will censor that. And I'm like, okay, I see where that's coming from. It's just lacking. It's just like obviously cannot figure out the context in that sense, right? But it's sometimes really funny when it blocks stuff for like, sometimes it blocks stuff and you're like, it was clearly not intended to be taken that way, but I'm like, Automod is just like very, it just reads into it a lot. And you're like, oh, I see why it was blocked, but like, it's kind of funny. I feel like if you were a kid and you said something like, that sounds benign, and then like Automod blocked it, you'd be like, why? Like why is Automod blocking that, you know? Like I feel like blocking stuff that would go over kids' heads, I think maybe like makes it more obvious that it could be something inappropriate, you know? Because like otherwise, like if it blocks something, you'd be like, oh, why is it blocking that? You know, why is that inappropriate? I think they're more likely to like look it up or something, right? Sometimes it's a bit overzealous. But yeah, I think like Discord has like the auto mod as well now. I just turned that on instead because I was like, but it sometimes blocks like too much. But you can't control what it blocks. It's just like it just says like block language, like block inappropriate language, but you can't like there's no like setting. Like it's just like it's either on or off. So I'm like you can't really like control the strength of the filtering. I guess it's better to just block more than necessary than to let people like, you know, in case someone comes in and it's like saying weird stuff. It's it's not too bad. I think we're a bit more like obviously it's still like it's like a family friendly stream, but like I remember in the past like we would always say like, you know, it's like a family friendly stream, not like a, you know, like a Catholic stream or something. Because sometimes like people think like certain things aren't allowed. Like you could say like you could say like hell. Like that's okay. You can say like damn. Uh, so it's very hard to know where that line is, and I'm like I feel like I can't even like choose that on Discord. It just kind of like blocks whatever it wants. I guess it's better than trying to block every. Oh no, and then when I had it on the bot, it would block things that had like it in the word. Like it would like if you said like if you block the word ass, for example, like it would block the word like if you said like assumption, like it would just block that, which is really funny. And it kept blocking like there's a main character in Mononoke Hime called Ashitaka, but obviously has like a profanity in it, so we kept blocking that. So I had to turn off a lot of the filters because like it would just block random stuff that I didn't even consider, you know. Yeah, so I think the Discord filter is a bit better because it doesn't just check inside every word. HE double hockey sticks. Oh my god, I had friends in school who like wouldn't who would get mad when we said like oh my god. And I'm like, okay, that's like you're gonna have a hard time in life if you cannot hear that, you know. It's not a you know, you can't really like go around avoiding that. And like when I'm at work, like people swear at work. Like we're all adults. Like people swear. Like it's like what can you do? I think I'm sure they're okay with it now. We were quite young, so I'm sure they're fine now. Okay. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Enjoy the Malomar in the meantime. Give me a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry to interrupt the dance party. Um, after book my mom and I's like domestic flights today. We already booked our like we're going to Japan in in a few months, and we booked like our international flight from like Vancouver to Tokyo, but we need to have like domestic flights because my family doesn't live in Tokyo. Speaking of Japan, and I had like a moment of panic yesterday because I thought I had been traveling without insurance. Because I got a new credit card, and I still have my old one, but like I'd been using my new one to like book tickets and stuff like that. But my old one had travel insurance, which I forgot about. But I thought my old one had travel insurance, but I have travel insurance through work. But then we changed insurances, so I was like, oh wait, do I have travel insurance through work? So I had like a moment of panic. I was like, what if I'd been traveling like to Europe and stuff this whole time without like without any insurance? Like if I'd like broken my leg or something, I would have been like in big trouble. But it turns out both my new credit card and my work still have travel insurance. So it was like, but I had like a moment where I was like, oh my god, stuff could have gone horribly wrong. But actually, I had like double insurance, and my past self must have thought of this, you know, because I like checked my contacts and stuff like that. I would save like the emergency insurance number to my contacts, just in case, you know, and I had it saved. So my past self was smarter than my current self. But yeah, I need to book the domestic flights, and we were booking like all of our flights separately, which is a bit annoying. But we have to get our luggage anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, we're booking like one international flight, and then like one way flight to my mom's hometown, and then another one way flight back. It's like a whole process. But we'll get that today, and I think everything should be sorted except for we have to wait to book the we have to get like a rental car because like we need to be able to drive around, and yeah, and my we're staying with my aunt and uncle, and obviously my uncle like takes the car to work, so we're gonna need a car. You're gonna get some errands. Okay. Take care, and thanks for stopping by. But yeah, booking the flights. I have insurance. It's all good. I was worried. Let me know if your uncle. Yeah, I need to get him. I need to get him a game. I'm thinking of. I think Monster Hunter would be the best bet. He really likes RPGs. I think. He had an interest in Final Fantasy, but he doesn't have like a PlayStation. So, the game that would be closest to Final Fantasy would probably be the best option. Maybe Monster Hunter. I know he likes Fire Emblem, but I think I'll just let him play Fire Emblem on my Switch because I have it digitally. Octopath? Oh, I never even thought about Octopath. Yeah, so he likes Final Fantasy. He likes Final Fantasy, and he likes Fire Emblem, which is like the tactical combat, like the one with the board. I think he really likes that. But he probably likes action as well because he liked Tears of the Kingdom a lot. Like you guys know, he has like 500 hours in Tears of the Kingdom. So if you guys are JRPG fans, I know a lot of you guys are. So, what if you guys have recommendations? Which you do mean the new Octopath one? Final Fantasy X is on Switch. Oh, that could be good too. Monster Hunter is technically an RPG, but it's very different to the recognized RPG like you mentioned. So it's like really different from like Final Fantasy and stuff. I don't know what would be the best option then. Let me write these down. Final Fantasy VII Origin. Is that on Switch? It needs to be on Switch because he only has a Switch. I remember he used to like when I vaguely remember when I was a kid he had like a PlayStation Portable. I don't know what he was playing on that though. I was a kid. I was not paying attention. Where did I even like put these? I don't think I wrote anything down. Very different to Final Fantasy. Okay. No idea. You don't do handoffs. Okay, fair enough. I'll see like if any Final Fantasy. I'll see if any Final Fantasies are on Switch. Maybe 10. I guess that could be good. I don't know if he'll play like. I don't know if he likes like older game. I guess he must, right? Because he was playing games when I was a kid. But he enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom, so I don't see why he wouldn't like. Yeah, I think it's a good option then. Monster Hunter Rise. I don't know. Is there multiple Octopath games on Switch? Because that's more like it's more like strategy based, right? Maybe he would like that. He says he likes RPGs, but he doesn't like playing as like a teenagers. Because I asked him about Persona, because I know a lot of you guys like Persona, and he was like, I don't want to play a high schooler, and I was like, that's valid. So I guess like Link doesn't count because it's like a fantasy setting, but I think like he doesn't want to play as like an actual high schooler in actual school. It's 23 years old, but it still looks great. Damn. There's Octopath 1 and 2. They're very grindy turn-based RPG. I don't know. I gave him Pokemon, and he didn't play it. He didn't like. Oh, he played a little bit, and he didn't continue. But I know Fire Emblem is also turn-based, so maybe it was like maybe Pokemon was a little too young, you know. So maybe Octopath would be good. Octopath 1 and 2. Okay. I'll see what I can find because I need to get him like a physical one, right? So I'll see what I can actually like find. Because I couldn't find Fire Emblem Three Houses physically. So I was like, maybe he can just play it on my Switch. And like it was still like, oh no, I found it on Amazon, but it was still $80, and I was like, that's not a good price. Octopath is a straight up turn-based RPG, like old Final Fantasy games. There's 2 Octopath games. Octopath 2 is an incredible game. So you'd recommend 2 over 1? I think he likes grinding, man. Like, he was playing Tears of the Kingdom for like 500 hours. I don't know what he was doing. He was playing Skyward Sword for over 100 hours. I'm like, the game is not that long. Like, what was he doing? And welcome in, Ilk. Hope you're doing well today. Any Metal Gear Solids on Switch? Oh, I don't know. Like, that'd be like a really different style of game, no? Is it an RPG? It's very stealth-oriented, no? And welcome in, Daffy. My Sunday just started. It's like 10 a.m. It's going pretty good. Just streaming. Hope yours is going well. You're doing well, I'm doing good too. Thanks for asking, Ilk. The recent Metal Gear Solid collection on Switch, they aren't RPGs. Yeah, I don't know what other games he likes other than RPGs. So I don't want to like give him a game that I don't know if he'll like. Octopath 2 might be overwhelming playing before 1. He's also the type of person, like, no offense, he's a bit old as well. So he might be like confused, you know? Like, yeah, I've seen him use a computer, you know, like it's painful. Excited for that new Kojima. Sorry, what? Kojima Jordan Peele? Are they working together? What is this? That's crazy. Okay, so maybe Octopath 1 is better? Well, it just depends what I can find. It's either a game or a movie. It must be a movie? That's crazy. What? Wait, let me see. Let me check his profile. Yeah, like so many hours in Tears of the Kingdom. 100 hours in Skyward Sword, which is, I don't really understand how you get that many hours in it. And he has 120 hours in Fire Emblem. He only played 2 hours of Pokemon. He didn't like it. And he played less than 1 hour of a game called Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. But I guess he didn't like it because he didn't really play it. Maybe someone just gave it to him. Both their writing combined is going to be amazing. Going to be insane. I have no idea, man. I like Jordan Peele. I don't feel that strongly about Kojima. But I love Jordan Peele movies. Octopath 1 and 2 aren't connected. Story-wise, I like both, but 2 is more streamlined and just better executed. But is it mechanically complex? Is that what it is? I feel like Fire Emblem was quite complex. Like as someone who was trying to play Fire Emblem, I was just randomly like, I've just been like randomly like, I couldn't understand what was going on. But I'm also like a tactical, like I'm like a strategic person, so I don't know. You love Sakuna, so cute. Yeah, it looks cool, but I guess he didn't like it, so he didn't play very much of it. What kind of game? Like, I guess I can look in the eShop. Hideo Kojima has been 30 years old for 30 years? I didn't say he was old. Oh, we can't even look at it in the eShop. It says unavailable, okay. Maybe he tries to lead to like the Japanese eShop, that's the problem. But yeah, it seems like he really likes RPGs. And Zelda games. Maybe I should get him the new Zelda game. He might not like the graphics. What does Kojima make again? Sorry, I always get those guys confused. Is he the one that's like really weird on Twitter? Monster Hunter Rise is very active since hunting a monster could take from 10 to 40 minutes. I don't know if he would like that. I think he would. I think he was grinding. Like he must have been like I don't know what he was doing, but I think he's very he's very degen, I guess. but he put like 250 hours into the kingdom like so fast. And he has a full-time job. I don't know how he's doing it. He made Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding. Right. Is he the one that's weird on Twitter? I know one of them is weird on Twitter. I don't know who it is. But yeah, I think I'm thinking of the right guy. The King is active, but you chill a lot. That's true. That's true. There's a lot of downtime for sure. And same with what is other games? Like Skyward Sword, Fire Emblem, stuff like that. There's a lot of downtime with like story in between. I don't know. Oh, see how much they cost. Like I'll probably get like multiple games depending on how much they cost. You don't think he's weird? There was one Japanese game developer who was like really weird. And welcome in Yokomoto. Am I yapping? I have been. How are you? We're talking about what games to get my uncle. We're talking about what games to get my uncle. Yoko Taro? I don't know who that is. I'm pretty sure it was Kojima. It was one of the really, really big game developers. He's like Hideki Kamiya? That does not sound familiar to me. Are all these guys weird on Twitter? Are all these guys weird on Twitter? It might have been Harada-san from Tekken. Oh my god, there's so many weird guys. I was like, there was a guy who's weird on Twitter, and then everyone has like a different name to say. Should that be concerning? Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I like seeing all their like thought processes behind certain like the game decisions they make, especially like Breath of the Wild and stuff. It's very interesting. Weird famous Japanese dev on Twitter is surprisingly not narrow. Yeah, apparently. Maybe it's like a language barrier. Maybe they're just saying normal things, but like it's being misinterpreted. Maybe Toshihiro Nagoshi. There's too many. That's really funny. Yeah, it's yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, it's there's definitely sometimes game devs can be a little bit pretentious, honestly. Like there's who's weird in a Japanese game dev on Twitter? Ask like okay, I'll actually Google. Maybe it's a Bayonetta guy. Oh, could be. I'm gonna search it in private browsing. Weird. How was he weird? I think he was like either rude or like I think it might have just been like kind of rude and very pretentious on Twitter, I think. Japanese game dev. I want to search that. I think something else, like something like they're gonna be like he wasn't weird in like a inappropriate way. I think he was just weird and like a bit like like very like talking to fans in like a not nice way. Weird. I think I got it with Toshi. Maybe it was like maybe it's like a lot of people. Maybe I'm thinking of one person, but there's actually tons. It's definitely interesting. I mean, like I feel like game devs are one thing. He called one of his best cheese ramen based one. Oh no! What a professional guy. You want that professional in charge of your game, you know? That's insane. That's actually insane. You want cheese ramen? I mean, yeah, that's not even much of an insult. Cheese ramen is delicious. But yeah, it's game devs are one thing, and then I think we are talking yesterday, right, about like when I stream certain games, like sometimes there's like a certain like type of viewers coming in, right? Like some games people are really backseaty, and some games people are really like supportive, and some games like like there's like some games people are very judgmental. Like I think it attracts like a certain type of person. I've been really, I mean, you guys know I've been like quite into Elden Ring recently, and yeah, I think the entire like discourse around like From Software is very interesting. Like reading I watched like a review or something or like a video essay, and like reading the comment section is always very interesting, or reading like the subreddit is very interesting. Apparently on the subreddit, on the main Elden Ring subreddit, you're not allowed to mention like any mods. Like they're just not allowed to mention any, but it's not like an official subreddit or anything. Like it's not like affiliated with From Software in any way. They just like decided on that, and it's like such a silly rule. It doesn't make sense. And a fan of the software from Software. Fair enough, fair enough. Why are they even called that? From Software. Like what does that even mean? Like are they their games come from software? Like that's like every game, no? Like unless it's like an arcade game, that's like every game. Um yeah, so I think yeah, I think it's a very it's definitely a very hit or miss kind of game. Like I think either there's like people who are such like die-hard fans, right, of From Software games, and then like there's a lot of people who just like it doesn't appeal to them at all, which is totally understandable. I think Elden Ring is a bit more widely like a lot more like widely like a widespread appeal, I would say. But definitely it's interesting. Some of the fans though, yeah, are a bit um but I think it's overstated. Like I think it's overstated as well, because like a lot of people complain about like the From Software fans who are like get good and like kind of dismiss any criticism about the game. There is definitely a lot of From Software fanboys. Um, there's a lot of them. Like they defend the game as if it's a personal insult on their family. If you say like I don't if you say like I don't like Dark Souls, it's like you insulted their family. Like they will defend it with their life. And you can't give like any even like a reasonable criticism on the game. Like if you're like, oh, the Elden Ring DLC, the performance wasn't good, like whatever. Like if you say something like even if it's like objectively true, definitely a lot of diehard fans like out there. But in general, I think people have been quite nice. Like I think the vast majority, especially since Elden Ring, because Elden Ring was such a like a widely popular game, most people are quite normal. Most people are quite normal about how the game is. Um, it's not weeb friendly. The sweaty LARPer. I mean, it has a lot of. I don't like the. I mean, I'm very vocal about. I don't like the aesthetic. I don't like the aesthetic of FromSoft games. It's like the Western medieval kind of aesthetic is. I really don't like it. I like the DLC. There's like the DLC. The Elden Ring DLC was the first time that I went into some areas and I was like, wow, it's pretty. Um, I was like, then that's. I was like, it's actually pretty. But I never found like any part of the main game in Elden Ring to be pretty. Like, I think they have a very strong art direction, and I appreciate the consistency. But I don't like the art direction. I study LARPing. I don't consider myself a FromSoft fan, but I do like Elden Ring, and I know Chikano hates this, but I love the dodge. I love dodging. I love dodging. I don't even like attacking. I just like dodging. I wish there was a game mode in Elden Ring where you just dodge. Like the sound design, they recycle the same annoying shrieky roar for enemies, and when the other monsters do from around the corner, it just gets annoying. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think I've only played Dark Souls for like a few hours. I'm not really familiar with the. I'm not really familiar with that, but like in Elden Ring, there's a good variety of enemies. Just from the nature of the game, but one of the big criticisms I have for Elden, but this is like an Elden Ring specific issue. It's not like a FromSoft issue. Is definitely the reusing of enemies. Even like bosses that are supposed to be quite significant, are reused for whatever reason. Like it's like there's like, oh, like this is like a big main boss, and then you'll see them again randomly later, and you're like, why are they here? And you're like, you see them like 3 times, and you're like, Oh, there's only supposed to be like one of you. Like what's going on here? You just have like clones wandering around, or like I think that's a lot of problem with Yeah, that's definitely like a real criticism. Like even people who really like the game definitely agree. Some bosses I think some of it like obviously like you reuse enemies, right? Like in Zelda there's like bokoblins everywhere. Valid. But like it's kind of like the equivalent of like if you were playing Breath of the Wild and like you fight water blight in Varuda, and then you randomly saw him again later. Like you went into like a shrine and Varuda, sorry, not Varuda. You went into a shrine and water blight is there, and I think that's a bit. It's like if you didn't have enough bosses, if you didn't have enough enemies to fill out the map, just make the map smaller. I think having less content but more unique content is better. Yeah, I know. I do think it's lazy. Well, I think it's a bad decision. Like they wanted a big map, but they didn't have the resources to make unique assets to fill out everything, or they didn't want to. And I don't like that personally. It's a matter of time before you're in the woods casting spells. I'm out there LARPing. Every time I see a tweet about someone happy because they defeated a boss, there's lots of comments, but like, sure, with summons, sure, with that weapon. Yeah, there's always those people, but I like to think that they're a vocal minority. Like, I like to think that there's like, most people are like, because like most people don't go out of their way to comment. Like, if someone defeats a boss, most people don't go out of their way to like comment on it, you know? So I think most people are just playing the game normally, you know? And there's just a few people who are like upset, you know? And welcome in Falcon. Hope you're doing well today. I think Bloodborne was fun, that's it. I couldn't get into Bloodborne. I'm trying to make Jack play it. I'm not like I can't deal with like my least favorite part about Elden Ring, which a lot of people like, is like the legacy dungeons. And I cannot deal with dungeons. It's so confusing that there's like you guys know I hate dungeons. There's so many like I get lost. I get lost so easily. And then there's like this is just like a personal problem, but like on when you're just like around the corner, like every there's like a random enemy and like I always die. It's like you just die to some like random like squirrel, like it's such a pain. Bloodborne aesthetic is sick, but the gameplay is still the same. / dive heal. I think Bloodborne is a bit more fast paced. I can't speak to it because I haven't really played it, but I think it's a bit more fast paced, and you have I think the main thing is that you can, when an enemy hits you, you can hit them back and you get your health back or something like that. Yeah, it's still PlayStation only, but I got it for really cheap. You have a PlayStation, right? You have a PlayStation 5. They would print money if they released it for PC. I mean, everyone would be asking for it, no? Or everyone has been asking for it. It's definitely yeah. I think I think Bloodborne is definitely very different in terms of like it has a lot of the core aspects of like Dark Souls and stuff like that, but it definitely strays a lot from the formula. And a lot of people really like it. And I don't know if they'll ever go back to it. But I'm not like a From Software expert. I just like Elden Ring. And I'm actually like such a fake Elden Ring fan. Because I like the bosses, but I actually weirdly enough, as someone who pretty much only liked exploring Breath of the Wild and hated the combat, not hated the combat, but like I didn't really care about fighting enemies. I didn't like the dungeons. I just wanted to explore. I would just explore and wander around in Breath of the Wild and like take pictures and stuff like that and find like cool places. And I didn't care about like having rewards and stuff like opening chests or whatever. I like literally gave up on opening chests in Breath of the Wild because like every chest I realized like pretty early on that like it just has like 1 amber in it. It's like wow, or like 10 rupees. I'm like, oh, what a great chest, you know. But what am I trying to say? But in Elden Ring, I actually really don't like the open world. I've never actually explored in Elden Ring. I think it's also because of me not liking how the world looks. Like for me, I think a lot of it is like if the world, like I liked exploring in Breath of the Wild because I thought it was like pretty. I was like I would find like beautiful looking locations, and I thought it looked nice. But in Elden Ring, I didn't like how the world looks, so I didn't really want to explore. And in Elden Ring, the world is a bit dangerous, you know, like you're just exploring around and some like giant crab comes out of nowhere and just murders you. So, um, it's a I actually don't like the open world in Elden Ring, but I think that's for me. I think, or in my opinion, I think that's a personal problem on like it's just a personal preference on my end and not necessarily like um a fault in the open world, because I know a lot of people really like it, but um I can't really speak to the game design or the quality of the open world because I just don't like it so much on a personal level. But I do, in terms of Elden Ring, I do really like the combat. But I don't like a lot of the bosses in Elden Ring. Like I think a lot of the bosses for me, like I don't like really like fast-paced bosses. I don't like really a really egregious amount of delayed attacks, and a lot of bosses have that in Elden Ring. I think the fast bosses are just me. Like I'm just bad. I can't really deal with fast bosses, but the delayed attacks is a bit annoying. I don't really like it as a design choice. And there's a lot of bosses where like they attack so many times, and then you can like you don't there's not many windows for you. Like the boss gets like infinite attacks, and then you there's not many windows for you to attack. Unless you play like I don't play in a very aggressive way. So for me it's not as it's for me it's like too much. And welcome in, Sacred. It's hot here. Oh no, it's hot here too, but I think it cooled down a little bit today. Hope you're doing well. You love Street Fighter, no dungeons, just a stage. It's pretty much a box here and you can't get lost. Wow, thank you. Thank you. You get hooked on Breath of the Wild combat for your skill level while still having depth. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I just like I actually like the combat. Like I love fighting Lionels and stuff like that. I think that's just my preference. Like I prefer boss fights. I like fighting like Fireblood and like Calamity Ganon. But I just get annoyed like wandering around and some Bokoblin is like throwing rocks at me, you know? Like I don't want to just like I don't like for me, I think in most games I don't like random small enemies around. I prefer like if there was like Majora's Mask option, you could just like they could just ignore you. But I love boss fights. I really love boss fights. I think it's like the one-on-one. Like I get a bit overwhelmed and confused if there's like many enemies attacking me at once. So I think boss fights are more my speed. Even if it takes me a while and it's hard, I like a good boss fight. Spending half an hour getting the bonus chest in a shrine only for it to contain a boomerang. Yeah, that's why I gave up. It's like I don't get the chest. Like if I walk directly past a chest in Breath of the Wild, I will not open it. I know it's garbage. Like I know which chests have valuable things. Like I know which chests have the good armors. I know which chests have the diamonds, and I will not open any other chest. Like they're so useless. So I really just gave up. There was so pointless. Like when you do like a side quest for in Breath of the Wild, and then you do like so much work. This guy's like, "Hey, get me 50 rushrooms," and you're like, "Okay, let me get you 50 rushrooms." And then he's like, "Oh, I made you a meal that heals 3 hearts. Here you go." And you're like, "That's so useless." So yeah, I definitely don't like I like Breath of the Wild for the intrinsic motivation for exploring. I'm definitely not like a rewards oriented person. I know a lot of people talk about in Elden Ring like lack of rewards, right? The lack of rewards. They're like, oh, I want a good reward at the end, but like for me, I don't really care about like the reward. Like I'd rather explore the world because I think the world looks nice and I want to explore it. You know. I don't need to find. That's why I don't explore in Genshin, because Genshin is full of like actually meaningful rewards. Like there's like chests everywhere and secret puzzles and stuff everywhere. But I don't do any of that. Like I prefer just exploring for the sake of exploring. But also like I didn't really care about like I think the Genshin world can look quite nice, but I also don't care that much. The journey, though, the journey of collecting 50 mushrooms, Sacred. It's such a painful quest. I do not like that quest. But yeah, I'm also I'm not a quest. You guys know I'm not a quest person. Another Another valid criticism about FromSoft, their quest design is so stupid. Oh my god. I think everyone complains about this, but like a lot of quests in Elden Ring and other FromSoft games are impossible to do without a guide. Like it's like very obscure. It's like, okay, you talk to this person, and then like and then like in this very specific circumstance, they move to this random location that you would have never understood where like there's no clue at all that they're going to end up in this location, and then they're like that's where they end up, and then you're supposed to go talk to them there, and then you're supposed to talk to this other guy that no indication of where he is or where he could be, right? It's like like they're in some random spot that has no connection to what they were even talking about, and then you're supposed to go to them, and then and then like it's like, but if you fight this boss, you're locked out of the quest line. So like it's too late. So like um I'm fighting right now, I'm fighting in the DLC, I'm fighting the next boss, the main boss I have to fight is Mesmer. And there is like a summon you can get if you talk to the guy. But then apparently if you even walk into the arena, it locks you out of being able to summon him. Cause like you're supposed to go talk to him back at a certain point. And I was like, oh, let me like look it up and go and talk to them at the certain point. But it turns out I've been locked out of that quest because you can't, I can't, like he's just gone now. Like I was like, oh, that's great. So I still don't really understand why they make their quests like that. I know FromSoft, they like to I think they kind of expect you to look stuff up because they talk about like the game being like a collaborative effort online. They talk about the game being like a collaborative effort online, and like people can pool together information and like figure out these things, which is kind of cool in some sense. But in terms of game design, maybe not so much. I really want to play Elden Ring for the bosses, but everything else sounds oof. No. I'm like only picking out the negative part. Sacred. It's a great game. But it's not for everyone. But it's definitely a good game, and a lot of people really like it, including me. I haven't replayed any FromSoft games. I'm kind of wondering what I saw in them. I was literally look up a guide, so I'm like, am I really playing? Nothing wrong with looking up a guide. I think like, definitely. I think if I had to explain why some people really really like FromSoft games, definitely the combat. It has a very specific type of combat, and not everyone will like it, but the people who like it really enjoy it. I personally love there's like a rhythm to it, you know, like when you're fighting the boss and you're like you dodge and then you attack and then you dodge and then you attack. Like I feel like there's a rhythm to it, and I think mastering the boss fight is very satisfying. And I don't know about other games, but in terms of Elden Ring, definitely there's lots of build varieties. There's lots of cool weapons. Making a full build, like getting the right build and getting the right Ash of War, like the magic on the weapon. Getting the right like talisman, which boosts certain stats. And like, you know, getting everything like getting like a synergistic build, getting like spells that go along with it to buff. I think that can be really that's really well done as well. They definitely have a really good, in terms of builds, there's definitely lots of cool stuff to be had. But yeah, I think definitely at the core of it, in terms of FromSoft games, at the core of it is the combat. Like I think if they didn't have the combat so like fine-tuned, like if they really everything comes to, like it's the whole game is based around the combat, and that's like that's like the I would say like the through line of all the FromSoft games, right? In WoW, they made a special season thing just for the classic game where you can unlock runes and stuff to get bonus abilities, which is pretty much necessary for raids. But they hid them behind really obtuse quests and stuff. So to get raid ready, you basically have to look up the guides to find them. Yeah, I am not a big fan of I feel like it's a very like a contentious subject for like, you know, wiki games where you kind of have to look up a wiki to be able to play them. I think games should be able to be enjoyed without any outside resources. I don't think having really, obtuse quests, I don't really agree with. There should be some indication in the game. Like, yeah, having secrets and stuff is fine, but if every quest is like so hard to follow, then I don't think it's a good idea. Like I think it's okay to have some things that are secret and they want the community to come together to figure it out. That's probably fine, but if your main quest design is that, then I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you should be able to figure it out from only things in game. You never use magic, just your Bloodhound Fang versus the world. I like a good Bloodhound Fang. But I found it like hard to use, like because like I didn't realize that the backflip is not the iframes. The iframes is the follow-up attack. So it's like it's so hard to time it. I feel like game designers think, oh, it'd be really cool to have the secrets in the game, but don't put like power items where if you don't have it, you can get a raid spot in some obscure corner of the map. Yeah, exactly. And the secret has to be like optional, you know? Like it shouldn't be like, oh, to even finish the game, you have to like do this obscure thing, right? I think like it really should not be like that. I agree. All I'm saying Final Fantasy having combat. Isn't Final? Oh no, that's the new one, right? Or the one that they're remaking. Yeah. I mean, I really thought I wasn't a combat enjoyer because in Breath of the Wild I would tend to avoid combat. But I didn't mind the combat in God of War. I thought it was I think it's like it was all in like the animations. The animations and stuff very satisfying. And I do like gameplay in a lot, like for example, like Cuphead. I think it's just like dodging. Maybe I'm just like a dodging enjoyer. Because I love like bullet hells. I think bullet hells are really fun. Like, yeah, I think definitely. I don't like platforming, but I like bullet hells. Eating Kufi, true. Did you watch it? I was so excited to see that video. What else? What other games are like for the gameplay? I like resource management. I like resource management a lot. I think I like micromanaging resource management. I like rhythm games too. I love that guy. It's so good, so good. You got stuck at the flying cow with Kimi? The flying cow. Which one is that? Wait, sorry, I'm like I must know, but I can't remember. Have you tried Ikaruga? I've actually never played like a proper bullet hell game because like I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed the bullet hell and like Cuphead is kind of bullet hell, but it's also kind of not. It's I think it's not like a full on bullet hell. And obviously I like yeah exactly Undertale. That was when I was first introduced to it. I didn't know it was a thing until Undertale. And I loved it. But I'll write that down. Ikaruga? I've never really thought about playing just a bullet hell. Let me just add on Steam, I guess. You made a mango spoon? That sounds delicious. Mango's so good. Bullet heck. Sorry, bullet heck. Bullet HE double hockey sticks. We can't be getting it. Yeah, we have to be family friendly here. You're playing Cuphead as we. I'm not even on Steam. It's not logged in. Playing Cuphead as we speak. Which boss are you fighting? Play Steam remote. Play input lag. Yeah, I would not play Cuphead with input lag, Ricky. That's painful. Was it a cow? I don't remember a flying cow in Cuphead, but I could be wrong. When's Bullet Heaven? Yeah, when's Bullet Heaven? Come on. We're good boys here, you know? We should go to Bullet Heaven. Bullet Purgatory. What is Bullet Heck? It's Bullet Heck. The Gamba guy. Oh, Mr. Dice. I mean King Dice. Dragon. Oh, Dragon. I mean Dragon, Cow, same thing. You mean Grim Matchsticks? Yeah. That one is really a lot of people have a really hard time with that boss. But for some reason, I was totally fine, and then I got stuck right after on the stupid pirate. It's like Cuphead is really funny because like I think with really hard games, like for example like Dark Souls or anything like that. Also, welcome in Ratsy. You're doing well today. Yeah, I think with really hard games, I think it can be like it's so funny how like people will be like, oh, like I found that this was the hardest boss in the game, and someone else will be like, no, that boss was easy. This boss is the hardest boss in the game, and they're completely different, and everyone just has like a completely different list of the hardest bosses. I think it's really interesting. I think it's partly because of like maybe not as much as in Cuphead, but definitely like in FromSoft or something like that, it's like definitely your build. If you're like running a bad magic build, you're obviously gonna have a harder time against like a magic resistant enemy. And like I think it's also like some people like we all have like different strengths, right? So it's definitely it's really interesting. Cause like for me, the hardest boss in Cuphead, I don't know. I'd have to go back now. Cause like when I first played Cuphead, I struggled so hard. But going back, I can beat like now that when I go back, I can beat like a lot of the world one bosses in like few tries. Like it's really not a problem. So it's like it's crazy like how much you improve. But it's also like knowing the boss pattern too. Dragons go moo. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. And Vampire Survivors, I don't know. I never thought it was my type of game. Your first playthrough in Cuphead, you're full of yourself and did the pea shooter with no upgrades. You had regrets. The pea shooter is the best weapon though, social. Like obviously you need another weapon. Like it's good to have another weapon for different circumstances, but the pea shooter is always like pea shooter is actually the best weapon. It's most versatile. Have you played any older games? The oldest games I played is like Wii or DS games. I had to play Cuphead, but I'm struggling with Donkey Kong, so I'd probably lose your mind with Cuphead. No, Angel. If I can do it, so can you. Like I literally played Cuphead, having never played a platformer in my life. So it's like I really struggled. I died like 200 times before in the first world. But it's very fair. It's very fair, and the boss fights are not too long. I think it's definitely worth a try. Imagine losing 4-1 and coming back and winning 5-4. That's insane. That's insane. Your guy won? Everyone knows it's the robot scientist guy. I didn't get there. I'm stuck on Captain Briny Beard. No, I need to go back. I actually like stopped at that point. And that was on my brother's account. Because I didn't have a Steam account. I don't know. I did have a Steam account, but it was only on Windows or something like that. I can't remember. And I only had a MacBook at the time. So then I had to re-buy it again on my Steam account, and I didn't like properly continue the game. I got to World 3 and it kind of stopped. But I've watched the game so many times. This one has been the hardest so far because I can only get over the final thingy. Yeah, King Dice is really hard because it's such a long fight. Beat the game and it's still the gun switch exploit. Oh, not the. Yeah, you gotta give it another shot. But I'm sure you'll have an easier time the second go around. I'm sure like if you beat it the first time with the exploit, you'll be fine. You just have to survive a bit longer, right? I think for a while, charge shot's DPS was superior in Cuphead, but I got nerfed. Yeah, I never used a charge shot, but I know it was quite strong, but I don't think it is as much. We're just still running on our brother's Steam account to this day. No, but we have the family sharing set up. My brother asked to play Elden Ring, right? And then he played like 20 minutes and then he gave up. He didn't like it. I was like, fair enough. He's a FPS guy. He thinks he needs a FPS. No, but he doesn't like any game. He doesn't like any game unless it's like fast action multiplayer shooter, So I'm trying to get him on certain games, but he won't. MacBook gaming must be rough. Well, I was playing like really like basic not basic, but like I was playing like very unresource intensive indie games. Like I was playing like Undertale, Papers, Please, Limbo, stuff like that. It ran fine on the MacBook, but I would play Sims on my MacBook, and then it would like not only that, I was on a MacBook Air. I was on like a 2014 MacBook Air, okay? So it was especially rough. The reason I got my PC is I wanted to build bigger houses in The Sims because I could only build really small houses in The Sims. Because anything bigger, my computer would just freak out. Then I was like, if I get a big PC, I can put as many items in my Sims home as I want, you know, and I could play Subnautica. So then that was my thought process because Subnautica was only on PC. It was only on Windows. But I don't even play Sims anymore. Used to play WoW on a MacBook. Raids were rough. Yeah, exactly. I know the MacBook life. So who does he main in Apex? He doesn't play Apex. He really likes he liked Fortnite. Played a bit of Counter Strike or a lot of Counter Strike. And Valorant. Those are his main games. He was actually really good at Valorant, I think. I asked him who his mains are, but I can't remember the names of the characters. And a little bit of Overwatch. Also started out TF2 in a MacBook. Yeah, it's a MacBook life, man. Based on the description of Meteor's brother, I already like him. Oh yeah, I want him to give other games a chance. I got my PC to play Destiny 2, quit a week later, oh no. Yeah, no, I was the same. I literally got it to play The Sims, but I haven't really played much Sims since I got it. I mainly used it, I started streaming right after I got my PC. And then I was like, oh, I'll just use my PC for this. And my brother tried to recreate Dracula's castle from Castlevania in The Sims 2 back in the day, and his laptop was chugging. Yeah, there's a reason why the default EA builds only are like really barren and they have like barely any furniture in them. It's because PCs can't handle it. Good main games. Yeah, he's an FPS gamer. You got a gift up to this Japanese streamer. He's a bunch of emotes and kanji. Can I send it real quick? I want to know what it means. Chikano, if it's above a grade 2 level of kanji, I'm not able to read it. Is it easy kanjis? I'm illiterate. Does it upgrade to a tower after to complete it? Yeah, did he get a PC? Did he get a PC to complete the castle, Dracula's castle? And if I still remember half the kanji I learned, you don't need kanji, Ricky. You look like a foreigner, so you could just ask people. You can be like, and they wouldn't even question it. When I have to ask people what kanji means, it's really embarrassing. I have to I think that means help me. Yeah, it said, oh no, it literally says in the emote name. It means save me. Tasukete, save me. You don't believe in kanji. Yes, it's fake. You don't need to believe in it. It's a myth. It's a myth. There's no way everyone remembers all these kanji. Your TF2 kill death when I went from my MacBook to an actual tower. The screen like doubled. Nice. I don't know what that is actually. I know those two kanji, but I don't know what it means together. Does it mean genius? That's not right. I actually don't know. I don't. The first one means like. I don't know. I don't know what this word is. There's only two. I can read the rest. Yeah, you're Canadian. I'm Canadian. I'm illiterate, man. I can read in Chinese, but I don't know what I mean together. Exactly. I know those two words. I know two of them, but I don't know what word they make together. Your MacBook burning a hole on the desk while watching major games is a jet engine. Yeah, my computer definitely does that. My Mac definitely does that. I do certain things at work, and my computer sounds like it's taking off. I don't know. Are you Chinese, Mafork? I feel like I never knew this. Did I know this? Yeah, let me put it into my my speech to text, okay? I'll figure it out for you. Okay. Okay, let me see what it reads it out as, okay? Speak. Oh, it does mean Masato. What is that? It says that in the emote name. What is a Masato? Google Translate says Masato. It just says Masato, like in English. Don't know what that means. Maybe it's like something from them. Honest man. I mean, that would make sense from the meaning, because the first kanji is like tadashi, which means correct, and the second kanji is for person. So I guess a correct person, honest person could make sense. You studied Chinese in school for a while. Ah, okay. Yeah, those are definitely like grade one kanji. That's why I know them. I think the tasukete kanji is probably not grade 1, but it's a very common word, so. Baldur's Gate 3 makes your PC fans go absolutely crazy into your headset while playing it. It's because your PC is small. Fun to complain about kanji, but like Chinese exists. Yeah, that's true. I am not envious of my Chinese friends who like have to learn, right? He studied Chinese. Name every Chinese character. What is Yuki gonna do? Be a queen card? Queen card? I'm hot. what? I won't bless you guys with the cringe lyrics. What did he say? 1 SOS 2. What? I wanted him to just that kanji is way too complicated. I'm sorry. The second one is like looks familiar. Totally me not googling what kanji means. Yeah, I have no idea. I like you guys have hiragana and katakana. Exactly. Worst case, just write it all in hiragana. Not a problem. Your PC is very mid-range. It's frugal build and it's very small. I think my PC is mid-range. No, I don't think my PC is anything crazy. She gonna hit that klaxon. Oh my, G-Idol lyrics are something else, man. Bless us with them. Oh my god. You must know. You just spoke about Yuki. You know the lyric. Must mean something crazy because he has this one with it. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't even know how to like input the first one. My boob and booty hot. I like how it's my boob. Like, is it just one? Do they mean one boob? Like one of their boobs is hot, but the other one we don't talk about the other one. Is it the same song where it's like look so hot like Kim Kardashian? Is it the same song? Look so pretty like Ariana. That one? Just one of them. Yeah, we don't talk about the other one. It's embarrassing. The other boob is birthday from the source of the heat. Oh, okay. So they're saying like there's like a fire. There's like a fire, and one of their boobs is dangerously close to the fire. That makes sense. I'm twerking on the runway. Yeah. That's great. Made you a secret. Their fans are called Neverland. Her bias is Mion. My bias is the one that was on Running Man. What was her name? The really pretty one. Which one is that? I think it's Mion. Is it not? I really like her. She's really funny, and she's very pretty. Probs. Let me Google her. I think I would. I think one of them was on Running Man, and I don't know which one it was. It's more lukewarm. Yeah, that makes sense. There's some really iconic G-Idol lyrics. It's very funny. It's like so bad that it's good. Like, I don't know. It's so silly and it's so nonsensical that it's kind of good. You know what I mean? Um, Mion Running Man? Yeah, I think. Let me look at picture. Oh yeah, it was Mion. It was Mion. You're actually right, Angel. What the hell? My bias was Mion. Which one is the best at singing? Your bias is Joe Casey, the lead singer of Proto Martyr. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Your bias is like your favorite. And then you can also have a bias wrecker, which means it's like sometimes it makes you question whether it's your favorite. She's the prettiest. She wasn't hard to weed out. Okay. My bias is not always the prettiest, by the way, or in terms of like Korean beauty standards. Okay, it's not always a visual. But your bias record, no. The bias record has to be in the same group because the bias is only within the group. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And you can't have a bias on a solo act. Best singer, Yuki and Mion. Okay, so Mion is fine. Carly Rae, main visual, true. Carly Rae is everything. She's main visual, main vocal. I don't know if she dances. Your Korean boobs are silly, bias this, bias that. Okay, there's like such a language. Like, why do K-pop people have their own language? And then there's also like, I mean, I guess it's the same with like gaming though. Like if you were talking about like a fighting game, there's probably a lot of lingo, right? Yuki's such a good performer. I like a good performer. What other biases do you have? Yeah, I'm actually the opposite of Ricky. My bias is Diane, but Gio is also my favorite. Gio is also one of my favorites. I'll say like, and I like Jenny a lot. I love Jenny. Bias is funny. Just say favorite. Yeah, I don't know why they say bias. Like, why don't they just say favorite? I don't know the names of any other band members. Fair enough. That's there's a name for that. There's a word for that too. Where you only like one person. What is it? It's like you don't like Ive. You just like Wonyoung. There's a name for that, right? I don't know enough about the niche K-pop lingo. Want me your wife, but she is. Oh yeah, they have a song called Wife, right? You are a K-pop people, Miju, what you mean? I didn't invent this. I didn't invent this language. I just adopted it. I have Shin on deck. These days I don't listen to much K-pop. I've been listening to a lot of show tunes and Ariana Grande. Realize Selka is short for self-cam. Self-cam? What? Like a fan cam? You like them all. I'm just not parasocial enough to know their names. K-pop is parasocial as hell. Like people talk about their idols like they know them. You know, they're like, oh, Jenny would never say that. Like, you know, Jenny likes this. You know, like you'd be like, what? Yuki's really funny. She's always playing and being silly. Oh, I like a funny idol. That's why I like Dion. Welcome in Noodles. What show tunes do I listen to? Well, recently I've been into Hamilton because I recently saw it in London. But I don't know what have I been mainly into. I like a lot of musicals though. It really just depends on my mood. But recently I've been listening to a lot of Hamilton. Need some shit on deck. Yeah, you need it. Watch the music video for Wife easily 1,000 times. The visuals are so good. I haven't watched a K-pop video in so long. They Selka for selfie. Oh, selfie. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Olivia is pretty musical. I mean, isn't it by that logic any band musical? And when you sent me the compilation of Diane finding the cameras, that's a classic. It's a classic. That's like old Twice, no? Like OG Twice. Yeah, so I was listening to a lot of Ariana Grande recently. And maybe I'll combine my interests because she's gonna be in the Wicked movie. And I'm very excited for the Wicked movie. Yeah, but I definitely need to go see some new musicals. Do you see Deadpool? No, I haven't seen it. My, my mom told me yesterday that she watched the new Nicolas Cage like suspense film. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, I went to see this like a horror film yesterday, and it had Nicolas Cage in it. I was like, what? She said she didn't like it. She said it was only okay. And welcome in Kalani. Deadpool goated, nice. No spoiler, let's say Honda Odyssey, the Superior. I don't know what a Honda Odyssey is. Mr. Nicky Cage, yeah. My mom doesn't know many actors. She just knows she only knows like the really famous ones that are like a bit older. Like, but she did know who Ryan Reynolds was. The minivan. Oh, I think my aunt and uncle might have it. I don't know. My both sets of my aunts and uncles have the same car, and it's like a van. It's a Honda van. It might be Odyssey. Nick Cage is awesome, but apparently his latest movie was mid. My mom said it was mid. She said it was only okay. She said she doesn't recommend watching it. Maybe she was like, it would be okay if it was on Netflix. Honda Odyssey is good. He loved yours growing up. We had a Mazda minivan. We had a minivan. It was some sort of Japanese brand. I think maybe it was Mazda. I don't really remember. Honda Wonder, Honda Galaxy, Honda 60. I see what you're getting at, Angel. But I don't know if I'm gonna see Deadpool in theater. I might just wait for it to come on DVD. You say Mazda real weird. How do you say it? Mazda. What? How else can you say it? But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna see Wicked. I need to see this. You still watch DVD? No, it will be on Disney Plus. What do you mean? I don't have a DVD player. Actually, I think maybe you could put DVDs in the PlayStation. I think technically you could still watch it. That's the only way I know how to say it. You said I'll wait till it comes on DVD. Oh. That was a misspeaking. I didn't mean to say that. That's just a boomer in me, okay? I didn't mean to say DVD. That's the only way I know how to say it. I don't know a lot about cars. I'm pretty sure me just says Mazda the correct way. Yeah, how are you supposed to say it? The cost of Disney Plus is crazy now. Yeah, I canceled mine. But like I think it's just fine if you just get it for a month and then watch something or just mooch it off someone else. So Ryan's wife Blake had a movie coming out, movie releasing, and the love interest was getting interviewed. Ryan walks out and interviews him, and then his mom, then Hugh. They interviewed the guy. Oh no, they interviewed. Okay, yeah, I understand. I'm sure that was like a cross collaboration for promoting their movies. No, not even Blu-ray, straight to DVD. What's the difference? Is Blu-ray just a higher quality DVD? Isn't it all DVDs or all Blu-rays or DVDs? Is that not true? Is Ryan Reynolds a Canucks fan? I don't know. Should I Google it? Blu-ray sounds like some Star Trek attack. It does. Blu-ray plays in HD or 4K. DVD is like 720p as best. But isn't a Blu-ray a type of DVD? That's what I thought. Reynolds. I'll search Ryan Reynolds Canucks and see what comes up. Is Ryan Reynolds a Canucks fan? While he might be buying the Ottawa Senators, Vancouver's own Ryan Reynolds has been a massive Canucks fan since growing up in Kitsilano. There you go. That Blu-ray is done. Exactly. Blu-ray holds a lot more data than a DVD. So Blu-rays are not DVDs. I just thought they were all DVDs. I just like peeled off part of my nail. That's great. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I I think we got Netflix. We got Netflix when I was like 12, maybe. No, not 12. Probably 13 or 14. We must have had DVDs before that, but maybe we just didn't engage in DVDs that much. Um, because I think we just like would watch TV. I don't know. Would it require a different player? Yeah, does it require a do you need a different DVD machine to play a Blu-ray? I don't get it. I haven't had a physical disc or anything in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Um, Blu-ray wanted to be different. Oh, okay. They don't want to be associated with that outdated DVD. Yes, I haven't really thought about this in a while. But I do remember, like, I'm still old enough to remember, like, CDs and stuff. Like, I definitely had CDs, and I vaguely remember videotapes. Doesn't matter because they're all obsolete. That's true. I don't know why I said DVD. I'm just a boomer, I guess. Just Tony trying to monopolize everything. Oh, okay. You know, miss DVD features. Oh, like there's like a menu and you can watch like bloopers and stuff. I think I remember that. Because I think there's like additional things on the DVD sometimes, right? I'm sure they kind of have that now. In brain parts, okay. Me too, never seen a VHS. I was born in '98. We used to go to the video store to get to get VHS. And I remember having VHSs at home. And I miss deleted scenes, etc. Yeah, I mean, I think they still have it. Like a lot of times they'll have like making of movie like on the show. I mean, as long as it's a really popular show, or it will probably be on like YouTube or something, right? I remember playing the board game scene. I remember playing the board game scene. It growing up. Seen it growing up. Seen it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sorry, it was like all I couldn't remember the name, but yeah, that's familiar. It's the one where like it's they get to guess the movie or right? You guess the movie or something. Um, this gem will never know the struggle to Blockbuster. I never went to Blockbuster, but we had like a local video store. Remember renting VHS anime OG Weebie? That is pretty. That is very OG Weebie. Yeah. Use Disney clips and stuff to guess. Yes, I remember that. I remember that game. That just unlocked a memory. I totally forgot about that. You rented the original Star Wars trilogy on VHS several times. I don't remember what I rented on. I don't remember what I rented on VHS. I remember renting some stuff on DVDs, but I don't know when DVDs came popular because maybe I was quite young. Like Blockbuster had pee on the carpet. Oh, what? It's some really fun games. You could rent game. Oh yeah, you could rent games back in the day. No, I never rented a game. Nightmare board game where you have to play a VHS with a guy in a hood who yells at you while you play. What? What? That's terrifying. Blockbuster sound like Smash Brothers tournament for sure. Ugh. Was everyone's first DVD, if you remember? It was Rush Hour. Tokyo Drift. Rush Hour. What? Everyone likes Rush Hour, apparently. um, Harry Potter or Disney? I don't know what my first DVD was. I remember we had some DVDs at home. We had Toy Story at home. We had Finding Nemo at home. And we had Journey to the Center of the Earth. And I remember we watched that so many times. I didn't even like it that much. We just watched it a lot. And welcome in Con. Hope you're doing well today. Coded Cinema. I've never watched Rush Hour. Is that the one with the... Wait, no. I feel like I've asked this before. And Draconian has told me like multiple times that it's not the one where you have to drive the car or the bomb explodes. It's not that one. Rush Hour feels tainted now, knowing Jackie Chan is a douchebag. That's true. That's true. Okay, now I know which one. Yeah, now I know the one. It's the one where it's like kind of racist, but kind of not really. Movie put me onto Mariah Carey. Nice. He's a gatekeeper and he calls you he calls you maggot and tells you to do certain things if you play and his face gets more and more gross throughout. What? That's real. That's a really. They don't make board games like that. Huh? What the hell? The bomb explodes. The bomb explodes. There's a bomb on the bus. 25 years ago. I mean, it was a different time back then. I would say so stuff that was acceptable to joke about back then was probably not as much now. What did Jackie do? Long story short, he's a terrible husband and a terrible father. And has maybe questionable political beliefs. The first DVD I saw was The Matrix. Oh, was the DVDs even around? Wait, when did DVDs become like mainstream? Because maybe I'm imagining VHSs, but I swear we used to like record stuff on the TV with the VHS. Like I think we used to record stuff on the VHS, and I remember having like Mononoke Hime on VHS, and it looked scary. Mostly a bad parent. Yeah. DVDs were already a thing when I got awareness. Okay, yeah. So maybe I'm not remembering VHSs. maybe when I went to the video store, we were renting DVDs because I think Ricky and I are close in age. I think around 2001. Okay, I would have been too young then. I would have been like 2 years old. Parts of the Caribbean board game I got as a Christmas present used a DVD for some reason. What? But it wasn't the movie. One Piece came out in 1999. Oh, okay. It's been around for a while. Around the release of the PS2, DVDs became more mainstream. You remember he's like, I mean, yeah, it's okay. You don't remember the exact year Matrix came out. But it's just the one you have to rewind. Yeah. No, we definitely had a cassette player still. We definitely had like a VHS player, and we would record stuff on cassette or on VHS on the TV. Because I think like PVR didn't exist yet. At the time, if PS2 was cheaper to buy than an actual DVD player, really? I didn't have a Walkman. I had a Discman. The other thing, I had a one where you put a CD in it. And it was pink. It was very cute, actually. And you could put like headphones into it. But yeah, I do remember that. But maybe we didn't really watch that many movies on VHS anymore. I can't remember. I don't really remember like the first movie I would have gotten on DVD. Renting a movie and ordering pizza was peak. I don't think I did the pizza part, but we definitely rented movies. Remembered burned CDs with no labels? Oh yeah, I definitely. We had a family friend who would like illegally download stuff, but I think I got an iPod. I got an iPod when I was like in like 5th grade, maybe, like an iPod Nano. And then my friend's dad would download songs illegally onto it with iTunes. Your first music gift with the Usher cassette tape. That's cool. I think I only had Hilary Duff CDs and Avril Lavigne, like the original Avril Lavigne CD with like Skater Boy and stuff on it. It was a good album. Remember Discman? Completely forgot about those. Yeah. You're a virus infested PC. Oh no. I wouldn't admit to illegal activity on a live broadcast. They're coming for me. The police are gonna knock down my door. I mean, like, hey, give back your illegally downloaded Hilary Duff songs. Avril Lavigne is hella Canadian. Of course, of course. But I was more of a Hilary Duff fan. I went to Hilary Duff concert. I had Hilary Duff everything merch. Like I had like every Hilary Duff merch. Like it was it was I was a super fan. You beat the guy. Let's go. Let's go. Once you beat King Dice, the devil is so much easier. We're on here on behalf of Hilary Duff for a $4.99. They still no. It's too bad. I'm sure Hilary Duff is knocking down my door. I found out that Hilary Duff, her son is named Luca. I was like, oh, that's great. He's harder. You crashed the game. No, you can do it. You can do it. If you got past King Dice, you can do it. Marjorie Duff? Whoa. It could be me. Miji McGuire. She has a Havanese son. Yeah, she does. I think she ended up marrying a hockey player. Losing Miji McGuire. That sounds better, yeah. Sounds like a struggle for another day. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. You worked hard enough today. But yeah, I was such a big fan. Every time I think of Havana, I think of that dumb song. That's true, that's true. Havana, una. Fair enough, fair enough. What music did you guys really like when you were like a kid? Because I had a Hilary Duff phase, and then I had a One Direction phase. Then you guys know I had an Ed Sheeran phase. So those are my phases. She divorced a hockey player in like 2016. Oh, okay. Oh, I also had a Fall Out Boy phase, but it hasn't ended yet. Okay, I guess, but maybe the hockey player is the mother of her son. I don't know. I wasn't following Hilary Duff's personal relationships. She was in a show. They were gonna do a Lizzie McGuire reboot, and I was actually excited for that. But they shouted like a falling out with Disney Plus because she wanted to make it more like for adults, and then Disney Plus wanted to make it for kids, and then she was like, no, like why would I make it for kids? Like everyone's grown up now, you know. And she wanted to make it like an adult show, and then they were gonna move it to Hulu, and then they never end, and then it all fell through. But then she was in like a show called How I Met Your Father, like How I Met Your Mother, but How I Met Your Father. But I heard it wasn't good. When I was like, I listened to like straight gangster rap. Probably not good for a 10-year-old. It's probably fine. You're insecure? Don't know what for? Yeah, I was a big One Direction fan. First CD was Now That's What I Call Music, and it had All American Rejects and Eminem. Oh, it was like a compilation. I remember those. As a kid, I was into something like Kinderin for Kinderin, which translates to Children for Children. But I highly doubt you know it. That sounds like it's very specific. I don't think I was. You're Dutch, right? I don't think I was listening to Dutch music. I had, but it hasn't ended. It hasn't ended. What, Ricky? You're heavily into country and pop growing up. I was definitely into pop. Not as much country. I like a bit of country now. I'm not into country. I just really like Rascal Flatts, which is very random. But man, he's so good at singing. Your dad was bumping Tupac. Sorry, not. Is it Tupac? Or two? It's a different thing. Since you were 2, you're into Norwegian post-punk folk rock. Oh, it sounds like a draconian thing to say. Maybe has some crazy Dutch influence, maybe. Actually, did you know that in Japan they love they love like Dutch things. Like they have I went to a theme park. There's like multiple theme parks that are like Dutch themed. Like for some reason they think it's really like they really like it. Don't know why. Oh yeah, we talked. Sorry, Chicano told me. It's because they were the first people. No, I remember. They were the first ones to trade with Japan. That's right? I studied for the quiz. Um, the How I Met Your Father thing. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what it was like. Country. No, it's good. It's good. Nothing wrong with country. Tupac. Okay, okay. I was like maybe there's another one of those things. Um, Both Japan and China are in love with some very specific Dutch places that do not resemble the Dutch overall at all. Yeah, I think it's definitely a bit more of a romanticized view of, you know, it's a from the look of the theme park, it was not you know, it's really not the same. First Europeans allowed to trade with Japan. Yeah, see, I remembered. Did they have those Dutch windmills in the theme parks? Yes. Yes. Wait, let me remember. I think um yeah, wait. Yeah, with the theme park. Yeah, so we went to this place called House Tembosu. It's in Nagasaki, which recreates the Netherlands by displaying life-size copies of old Dutch buildings. The name it's House Tembosu, which is sorry, Huis ten Bosch. I cannot speak Dutch. Which translates to house at the woods/forest. In Wakamin, Dagwood? Reading all the time. Like the Mario Kart 8 Amsterdam course, which does not look like Amsterdam at all. Not enough trucks. I mean, I've been to Amsterdam and I've been to the Dutch theme park. I mean, I don't think it looked the same. But there was windmills. There was lots of windmills. Y'all ever heard the time tulip bulbs are more valuable than gold? No. At the theme park, there's like it's like famous for like the flowers. There's like fields and fields of flowers, which I don't know if it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be like Dutch themed or if it's just supposed to be like just flowers, like just it's just part of the park, you know. And welcome in my show. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's a early time. We'll get used to it. They say life-size buildings, life-size copies of old Dutch buildings. It was yeah, it's very famous for the flowers. How do you pronounce that town you went to again? Which town? The Welsh one? Kalani. Tomato Town. Yeah, Tomato Town, sure. I don't even know where to start with that. I don't remember what letter it start with. Would it start with the L? But yeah, it's very random. It's I mean like even if they were the first people to trade, like why are like I guess they just like certain aspects of it. They're just like oh like you know like Oranda is just full of windmills and beautiful flowers and canals. You know like they're just like, and like wow like they you know they must like just really specific things. Um and welcome in Shaden, hope you're doing well. And welcome in Remix, hope you're doing well too. It's it's very interesting. And that theme park had like it was Dutch themed, but it was also One Piece. For some reason, they got like the rights to One Piece, so there's like One Piece stuff everywhere. So it's like both Dutch but also One Piece. It was a very strange park. And it wasn't that exciting, honestly. There wasn't much to do except look at the flowers, and there was one ride that was One Piece themed. You got a Welsh town for me to pronounce? I cannot say anything. Tulips are pretty fire. I'm not a flower person. I really don't like flowers because I'm scared of bees. If I was gonna move anywhere else, it would be the Netherlands. Really? Why is that? In the Netherlands, are there One Piece for sure? I think you should do the stream where you read Dutch translated One Piece. It's about to be. You're about to not understand a single thing I'm saying. The park owner was like, okay, what do I love? Dutch and One Piece. They're like, yeah, I love windmills, but I also love One Piece. Let's do both. Let's do both. Come on. It was it's and they're like, you know, and this so weird, so weird. Dutch City is just nice. I've only been to Amsterdam, and Amsterdam was quite nice, to be fair. I didn't see the drugs that Sacred is talking about. Maybe I just wasn't looking. I probably didn't go to like a sketchy area. I just saw a lot of bikes, and I saw a lot of the canals. You're definitely a One Piece enjoyer. You like the Netherlands? You must like One Piece. Only windmills and gardens, not weed. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I think I'm also like desensitized. Like if there was, I'm sure there's lots of weed, but like there's lots of weed here too. Like you can't walk down the street here without smelling weed. So maybe I was just like didn't really register it. Cause like it's legal here too, so it's not really like it's not like a thing. It's like, I went to Amsterdam last year. It was like every other street had a coffee shop. Is that where they do drugs? I was not paying attention. The Pacific, Dutch and Danish, the same thing. No, I think that's probably offensive. I know. You know, it's always like I'm always just like if I get someone's like country wrong and they're like kind of in the same area of Europe, they're like, "How dare you say I'm Swedish?" Pacific Northwest is also high on your list. Your second home. That's true. That's true. They're both relatively unaffordable. No. You think that's yeah? Maybe okay. Maybe I didn't realize that all the coffee shops are drug places. So maybe there is a lot of. I mean, isn't it well known for those things? I don't know anything about Europe except for Porsches are from there, right? That's why I need the tech. That's true. That's true. I mean, yeah. If you get the tech money, you'll be fine. Found the name. Yeah, that's the one. I went there. I went there recently. And Gwen and Key can say the name. They're very pleased about being able to say the name. They're just flexing on us, and I'm like, I can't even begin to say that. Like, I can't even begin to say it. A lot of places are unaffordable. I think Vancouver's like top 10 in the world, though. Somebody started pressing random keys, I would believe you. As long as as long as you include a lot of double L's, a lot of double L's, a lot of Y's, a lot of G's, then I believe it. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from yeah. And it takes you like a minute to say the name. Screw Amsterdam, go visit Friesland, and their 11 cities are overly product for no good reason. What? Yeah, I was only in Amsterdam for a couple days, so I wouldn't say I'm a well-traveled, you know. The best part is when there's 4 L's in a row. Yeah, how do you say the 4 L's in a row? I know the double L is like a. It just sounds like you're spitting, you know. Cause like Gwen got me this sheep a while ago, and it's named. Let me type it out. I think it's something like this. I could be wrong, and it's like Lachlan or something like that. Like it's like you have to make like a weird sound. I was like, okay, that's. I was like, it's like a sound that doesn't exist in English. Just QR code a link to the guy pronouncing the Welsh. That's true. It's true. Yeah, I think Kalani sent me that right after because I sent a picture that I was there, and then Kalani sent the link, the video, the weatherman. Yes, she requested a name change. I can't. It's been like 2 years. It's used to that name now. It only responds to it. Name and fun, baby hi. Let me just looking that up. Sounds like an Elden Ring NPC. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Elden Ring NPCs have like, well, there's a lot of Welsh influence. So my favorite guy, definitely not a furry, Blythe, is pronounced B like this. So it looks like Blade, but it's Blythe. So there's a lot of names like that. Finally happened. You're sick. Oh no. I hope it's not too bad. I hope you feel better soon. Is it just a cold or is it like something worse? Blythe, your dad. Honestly, kind of. Well, I don't really want him to be my dad. I don't know. I'm gonna. I love Blythe. I love Blythe. Top hottest Elden Ring characters. Blythe. I really like Melina. I think she's really pretty. Melina. I really like. This is really questionable. I'm sorry. I really like Morgan. Please don't question it. Please don't question it. I just think he's a charming guy. It's true. It feels like you have a throat infection or mucus is building up there. Oh, it's probably like the start of a cold then. So hopefully it goes away pretty soon. Yeah, I think like at least for me, colds always start with a sore throat. You mean Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apu Apa? Isn't that the song from? They featured that in the High School Musical too, didn't they? I just googled it. The longest place in Norway is. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce half those accents. Yeah, I don't think we have anything like that here. Here's hoping you get better. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be better in no time. Hopefully it's just like a head cold or something. Who's that? He's one of the bosses in Elden Ring. But he's just a chill guy, you know? Like he is like, look, Morgott or Margit, he's like, he's capable, he is calm, and he is like, he's just a capable, handsome guy. Like, what can I say? And he's like a chill, he's like a chill dude. I don't know. I just think it's the way his like, what's the best way? What's the word for it? It's like the way he carries himself is just handsome. They're not accents, they're separate letters of the alphabet. Okay, sorry. And welcome in Harry. What's that fit? Oh, I don't know, it's just a shirt, man. What do you mean? They announced live action Lilo Stitch and the CGI looks great. Oh, okay. Yeah, they make a lot of live action. Like, it's only a matter of time before any movie gets made into live action. But I do love. I need to watch. I do need to watch Lilo and Stitch again at some point. It's a good movie. Brother, ew. No, what do you mean? Morgott is handsome. I'm sure someone out there agrees with me. I understand. He's not conventionally attractive, okay? I understand that. But like what is the word I'm trying to think about? It's not like it's like I don't know, just the way he behaves. I think it's nice. If you just ignore like his questionable looks. I'm not too excited for it. It did not need to be a thing. I mean, that's the same with like every live action. Miji would love Mesmer. I kind of I think Jack and I had a disagreement about the voice. He hates the voice, but I kind of like it. He sounds like a cool guy, but he's kind of weird looking. He's really weird and skinny. Like, and his body is very strange, but his voice is kind of hot. It's Blackpink Miju, exactly, Blackpink. Apparently the hardest Canadian city to pronounce is Tsawwassen. Yeah, but it's like that's not even on the level of every other place, you know. Like compared to the Welsh one or the Norwegian one, it's no contest. Why are they making Atlantis the live Lost Empire live action film? They did. They made it's called Avatar. I still stand by it. Avatar straight up copied Atlantis. It's like the same idea, right? Same idea. And some of the characters are even the same. Like that girl who's a mechanic and that girl who's a pilot, they're like the same character. What's up with that? And the guy who's greedy and the other guy who's greedy, they're the same guy. And okay, Angel, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later. There's a lot of movies from that reveal that didn't mean. Wait, did they reveal more movies than Lilo and Stitch? They probably. I just kind of assume they're gonna remake every Disney movie into live action. They're gonna have like live action like. I know it's Pixar, but they're gonna have like live action Toy Story, live action Cars. Like they're just gonna have all of it. I mean Disney Atlantis film, yeah. James Cameron saw Atlantis and he was like, exactly. It's this. There's so many of the same. Like okay, I understand that like like discovering a new nation with like an indigenous civilization and then like they're trying to get it for greed or whatever. It's like a pretty like it's a pretty common trope, right? But the fact that so many characters are very similar, especially the girl. It's suspicious to me. They announced Toy Story 5, Incredibles 3, and Mufasa. What is Mufasa? Like a movie about like pre-Simba Lion King? The Toy Story is toys versus iPad kids. Wait, Toy Story 5 is about iPad kids? Okay, that's very questionable. Zootopia 2. Okay, I can get behind Zootopia 2. I thought Incredibles 2 was already kind of a stretch. Especially because it's been so long, And Toy Story, everyone knows they're just milking that now, I don't know. Live action Cars would be wild. Actually, I was watching Cars 3, and there's so many scenes in Cars 3 that look real. Like, some of the ways they did the animation looks real. I was really surprised. I guess because they're animating like cars and not people, it's like easier for it to look real, but some of it looked real. Toys versus Brain Rot. Oh my god. It's a live action prequel. Toys versus Skibbity Toilet. Oh god, didn't you know Disney has fallen off? You're just dating it. Well, you didn't see Avatar 3 times. I didn't think it was good. No, I'm not saying Avatar is bad. I think it's a decent film, but like, I just think they copied Atlantis. Avatar is a decade late. That's true. How many stories these stories gonna? Yeah, like, how many stories will they even have? They got sick of anime stuff and just built actual cars and drove them. Yeah, it looks so real. My issue is why is Woody back with? He's back with the gang. He just ended the last movie with saying I'm gonna like. I just said I'm okay. Whatever. That seems so weird. Yeah, I didn't watch the second Avatar. That's at least an hour and a half longer than I needed to. Yeah, I haven't watched the original Avatar since it came out in theaters, so I actually like don't remember it clearly. So I could be wrong. But I've never been like, wow, I really need to watch Avatar. You're saying you watch Atlantis tonight? If you haven't watched Atlantis, I think Atlantis is underrated. I think Atlantis is super underrated. I think like Disney films underrated. Hercules. I know Hercules is quite popular, but it's not like the top Disney movie, right? A lot of people haven't watched it. Watch Hercules. Watch Atlantis. He's back in the next movie. I hate when they do that. I hate when they like undermine the ending. I think a lot of times it's like even if the second movie is okay, some movies have been wrapped up so nicely, like the ending has been wrapped up so nicely that it's like there's nowhere really to go from there. It didn't really need it. Like Incredibles, for example, didn't really need a second one. Like the first one was fine. Like I think it just like, it was a complete story, and I don't think it needed more. Speaking of bad movies, no one watched Borderlands. Yeah, I watched the Moist critical video and he was like trashing on it. The game is made, why would the movie be good? I can see a Borderlands movie working out quite well. That's why I was surprised. I thought a Borderlands movie they could do a really good job. Like I thought you could make it was I think Borderlands could lend itself well to a movie. But I have no idea. But some of it like I'm not a huge Borderlands fan. I did play it. I did play it, but I was just like I was mainly just playing. I played it with Istat and Ernie and Kovaris. I don't think I would have played it on my own. I think some of the humor a little bit has dated itself a little bit. I played Borderlands 2, and a lot of the humor is not really my style, but I could see it like it has such a strong Borderlands has such a strong identity. And the Tales from the Borderlands game, the Telltale game worked really well in terms of like a narrative story. So like I think it could have lent itself. It has a really strong like aesthetic and identity, and very yeah. It just has like really like it would have worked well for like an action movie. So I'm very surprised that they screwed it up that badly. Maybe the second Woody. It's like another one off the shelf. I watched it in cinema. I swear to God, I was wrapping up way before it did twice. Oh no. The director of the Borderlands film is a producer of the Zelda film? That does not bode well. That does not bode well. Oh god. I really don't care what happens to Blue Girl and former human, now blue guy in Avatar. Yeah. I mean, I think the first film, I guess, kind of entertaining, like, because it's like, they're trying to take over the thing, and then, then he was trying to save the indigenous people, whatever. Bit of a white savior kind of thing, but, entertaining nonetheless. But, like, where are they going from? Like, I feel like you're just adding stuff on. Jack Black was Claptrap, and Kevin Hart was in it, so I knew. Where was Chris? I think it was missing Chris Pratt. If Chris Pratt played the main character, it would have been fine. Chris Pratt as I don't know who he can be. I don't know who the main characters are, but they were missing him. Wait, there's a Red Hulk. Since when? Mario movie was made by the Minions people and it didn't turn out bad. That's because Minions is good. What do you mean? Can throw Avatar 2 spoiler out here? Yeah, I think it's okay now. I think anyone who's gonna see Avatar 2 has already seen it. And I'm assuming it's not no one really cares. The new Captain America trailer has a Red Hulk. Oh, I've not been following the MCU, I'm sorry. I just heard about the Robert Downey Jr. thing, because that was like everywhere. Is new Captain America like Falcon? Like, what's his name? What is Falcon's name again? I cannot remember. He goes to a village and is packed full of Gen Zs in Avatar 2. Oh no! You might be safe because the director for the Zelda film is Wes Ball, who directed Maze Runner and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Maze Runner was fun. I liked the books when I was a kid. One on Twitter was like, what ethnicity do we think Fire Navi are coded as? Are you talking about Avatar? Like anime Avatar? Or are you talking about blue people Avatar? I can't remember which one is Navi. Sam Wilson, right, Sam Wilson. That's cool. I like him in Bucky. I think they have if they just made it like a buddy cop movie, I'd be down. I think they're really fun together. The same people try to retake the same the same people try to retake the same land, really? They're just doing it again? Come on. They should learn their lesson. Probably gonna be Mexican, James Cameron's Avatar. Oh no. It's always it's it's always gonna turn out well when they do stuff like that, no? You don't think Bucky is in the new Captain America movie? No! Bucky's gonna die in Thunderbolt. What is Thunderbolt? Am I really behind? I have no idea what's going on in the MCU. I think it's like they're in their own. I watch a couple MCU creators. Okay, I'll watch like one. I watch Captain Midnight because Captain Midnight's cool. But like I think a lot of people fail to, as someone who like doesn't know anything about the comics, I think a lot of people fail to recognize because like everyone was talking about, they were like a lot of people kept commenting about like, oh, like Doctor Doom is enough to sell the franchise. You don't need Robert Downey Jr., but I don't know who Doctor Doom is. Like from context, I understand he's a very, very famous. He's one of the biggest villains in the MCU, but like if you never read a comic, you wouldn't know who he is, right? Like even if he's like the most famous person in the comic, like I wouldn't know. But like I think it can sell it anyway because like a lot of people probably didn't know who Thanos was when like before Infinity War, and it still works. Like you don't need like I don't even know who you would put that's not already in the MCU. Like you don't need like a really famous guy to play it. Another 3 hours with the difference being a different tribe. What? That's crazy. Venom is sick. I only watched the first Venom. I don't know how many Venom movies there are, but I watched the first one. It was like okay. Captain Midnight viewer. Captain Midnight is awesome. The new Alien trailer looks promising. Ooh, okay. I like a good Alien. I like the game though. I'm more of a game fan than the movie. I watched the movie, but I don't really remember it. I have zero clue who Doctor Doom is, but I saw Madam Web, so I'll go see who Doctor Doom is. Fair enough. But I feel like a lot of people were like, sometimes people are like in like their own bubble, right? And then they like assume that everyone knows who these people are, but I don't know who they are. Yeah, I'm gonna win. It's gonna be in the grand finals. Let's go. Thanos had his own helicopter. What? Thanos was in Deadpool 2. Really? Oh, in Deadpool 2. I don't remember this. You ever seen Prometheus? It's fire. I've not seen Prometheus. I've never heard of this. Yeah, I'm very behind. Yeah, do you mean Josh Brolin? Do you mean Cable? I know it's the same guy. Yeah, it's like an Alien prequel. I wasn't a huge fan of the Alien movie. Like I didn't like hate it, but like I don't know. I don't like a lot of older movies. I don't know. I like some. Like I'm a big fan of like 80s, 90s coming of age film, but I don't like a lot of older movies. You like sci-fi? Do I like sci-fi? I mean, like Marvel is sci-fi, no? I just like good characters. I don't know. Have you seen this movie? Insert movie name? No, I've never heard of it. Did Full even call the guy Thanos during the movie? Oh, probably. Off to get a late lunch. Enjoy your lunch, social. We can tell when you said you didn't know Rush Hour. No, I know of Rush Hour. I just haven't seen it. You guys know I'm like I'm not very familiar with a lot of movies. Like a lot of like the classic movies, I have not seen them. But yeah, more of a coming of age movie fan. Rush Hour, Resident Evil, the best things to come out of 1998. What about Majora's Mask? Or was it Ocarina of Time? Rush Hour where they have to drive. Yeah, Rush Hour where they drive at the bus or the bus explodes. The one with Jackie Chan. That's just gonna be a thing now. We're just gonna pretend they're the same movie. Well, they should have named 2 movies about driving. Like, why? It's too confusing. They shouldn't have so many movies about driving. And welcome in Samir. You could just call me Miju. Sounds like Speed. No, I think it's Rush Hour. I think it's Rush Hour. we're just gonna run with that. We just need Sandra and Keanu back. Yeah, I don't remember. Beat us the immortal Keanu Reeves. Does he? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I did watch Alien, but I don't really remember it. I feel like the game was much more memorable to me. Yeah, I can't remember. Alien and Aliens are goated. The first Alien didn't age well. Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought people still liked the first Alien. There were MS DOS computers in space, right? There was a lot of computers in the Alien game. I haven't seen either Alien movie. Yeah, I mean, I think I've watched both, but I can't remember. It aged fine. Yeah, I always see people still liking the Alien stuff, or original Alien. You love Predator. I don't know. I don't know Predator. It's gonna hitting on Ripley. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just don't like those types of movies. Maybe I just wanna like a sci-fi person. I like I like coming of age. I like coming of age movies. He loves the journey. I don't even know who is the woman? Who is the woman in Alien? Sometimes people just don't make sense. Journey Weaver. Okay, I don't know this person. I think we're getting past the point where I know things, you know? Journey Weaver, I'm sorry. I mean, I've seen her surely because I watched the movie, but I did not remember. And I didn't watch the movie that long ago. I think I watched it after I played the game. So it must have been like less than 2 years ago. I have no memory. Is it like there's a guy in the movie and then you find out that he's an android? Is that what happens? And then you're like, oh, the guy was an android the whole time. Right? Russ Sigourney. Sigourney? I don't know. I think I remember that. But that's about it. But I get it confused with the game because like the game and the movie look so similar that like Sigourney. I don't know. But yeah. I don't generally like I don't know. I think I just like more like no, actually I do like sci-fi. I do like sci-fi because I loved Nope. I watched Nope recently and I love that one. I think it just depends on the I think it just depends. I don't know. It just has to connect with me. Nice Meiji remembers, but then she forgets, and then I remember again. Star Wars? That's true. But I like Star Wars because of the characters. I don't really care about like the sci-fi part, you know? Like I like Rey and I like Kylo, but the rest of them I don't really care. Like I don't know what they're doing, but like I don't care what they're doing. I think it's more about I like ones either with the strong like for example, Nope has a very strong sense of like mystery and suspense. I do like that, and I feel like it's very like the shots are very nice and stuff like that. And then also I like movies and shows with really strong character. If it's very character focused, despite the content, like despite the plot and despite like the genre of the movie, if it's very character focused, I think I generally quite enjoy it. But I think that tends to I tend to gravitate more towards like coming of age movies and stuff like that because they're like by default. They're like by default character focused because there's usually not too much of a plot going on. It's usually just about like, like a pretty mundane situation, and it's like coming of age. Yeah. Actually, don't watch it. Okay, don't watch it. You heard it here. Not good. Okay, okay. We noted. We won't watch it. Also, it's like past noon already. I should probably wrap up pretty soon. I'm gonna eat lunch. My mom gave me so many blueberries, by the way. She gave me like there was like a box like this. She gave me like a full box of blueberries. I was like, wow, that's a lot. He's from Vancouver? Wait, who is this guy? I'm sorry. I was just pretending to know who you guys are talking about. I just ignored it, but who is he? Right, so stream at 9? I mean, I obviously did not stream only for 17 minutes. Blueberries, can you come over? No, they're mine. He's a Maple Leafs fan. Oh, no. Anakin Skywalker. I know that guy. Very bad guy, right? You know him, right? Well, yeah, Anakin, classic. Yeah, I feel like I need to watch more movies recently. I mean, the latest movie I watched was like Despicable Me. I probably need to find like a good movie to watch. Need to get around to it. But I don't have a lot of streaming services now, so maybe I need to get around to it. Need to watch some yeah, and then I'll stop asking who Wes Anderson is. If I finally watch a Wes Anderson film, maybe it's time. Especially the Royal Tenenbaums. Okay, I'll remember that. I need to find where to watch these things. Or Deadpool is good, but it's in the theater. I don't want to go to the theater. I just want to watch a movie at home. Yeah. I'll find a movie. I'll find a movie. But yeah, I think I will wrap it up here for today. Because I've been yapping for like 3.5 hours. So I should probably give my throat a break. But yeah, I will be streaming again on Wednesday. We'll be playing some Genshin on Wednesday, but if you want some more yapping, that'll be next weekend. But yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.